Hey gamers, welcome back to a brand new DSP video. We got some videos on deck, so let's get to it. Let's get right into it. Let's just do it. Let's just fucking go. We got two clips from the documentary React stream that I'm gonna watch. Then we're gonna watch the podcast because of course it can't be a normal podcast, right? Correct? Anyways, let's fucking go.
Tonight only, I present to you the briefcase.
Look at this. Look at this
What's
bullshit.
in the briefcase?
What's the case?
Well, it fell.
It's
Hold
like
on.
Pulp
It's
Fiction.
okay. It's okay. What?
It's like
Guys, guess.
Yes. What could
it's
be in
it's
that case?
It's
That
Pulp Fiction.
magnificent
It's
Phil,
bullshit.
phenomenal Phil, has brought forward.
What?
In the casino
Wow.
of life, you start,
Casino
chips,
of Life.
right? Everyone walks in fully loaded.
What?
But over time,
Wait,
you mess up.
but some people go in with less money. Come on. What about that? Huh?
And every time you
Whatever.
mess up, you'll lose some of your chips. Tonight, as we go through the Review Tech
Okay.
documentary,
Look at how bullshit this is. Off the bat, you already know this is like planned. It's a rigged little thing because this dude had no value attached to those coins or chips, as they say. Like, isn't that why they're color coded? They have certain values. And this dude, throughout the whole document, was just going down the line, taking like chunks out. But there was no reason. Like, what made like one action worth the same as another or whatever? But it was so it was very clear to me. The second I heard about this, I was like, yeah, this dude's gonna end it with like one chip or less. In the case, and he's gonna use it as some cringe little speech, and like get a load of this, get a load of it. You already know it's rigged. You already know it's not gonna be like half full or anything because again, there's no value to these chips that he had with the documentary. Like he didn't even explain it. Like other than I'm taking chips out. Okay, but how much? Like if I fall down a set of stairs by accident, is that 1 chip? 2? If I commit a crime, is that 5 chips? Is it a blue chip? Like, come on now, dog.
by June the King, we're going to see the times in history that Rich screwed up. And every time he made a mistake, oops, he's going to lose some chips.
But this is like kind of bullshit though, if you think about it, just in any meaningful way. This documentary is going over the fall of Review Tech, but what about the good stuff he did? It like that's not in this documentary. Will he put some chips back in the case? But again, he's watching a documentary that's explaining the fall of Rich. So it's like technically not even fair. This is a rigged casino. You go to his casino, you're losing no matter what. You can play as fair as you can. You'll never win. You'll never win. Even if it's like they get the right cards, but just because it's a different color, you're not losing 1 chip, you're losing a whole stack, baby. You're losing everything. Because that's how, and you're gonna leave his casino with 1 chip, and the guy's gonna tell you as you leave, make the best of it. And then you're gonna go home and you're gonna have to tell your family how you lost all your money and got home only 1 chip. You gotta explain that to them. And then say, I gotta go back and spend and do stuff differently, man. Bullshit.
At what point will Rich be felted? Let's find out here live tonight on DSP Reacts.
Wait, Phil.
At what point he's gonna be felted? Dude, you're watching a documentary about his fall. This is like really stupid. Whatever.
May I say one thing? Take out some chips now, because right now it's time, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we start.
Just
It's
us being
time.
on stream.
Just be
That's
together.
true. That's
Just
true.
a little bit of a foul.
We got to
thing.
take a little bit. We
He
got to
was
take a
so
little.
desperate for it to not happen.
Our first
but
stack
here it is.
being removed.
Oh no!
Yeah, why is it that many coins or chips? Like, what's the significance? And then like he takes a similar stack for when like he didn't want to give the Big Cheese $200. Or no, he gave it to him. That was the problem. He gave it to him after all that shit talking. So he took out the same stack. So it's the same thing. It's equivalent, correct? This dude, man, it's so lame.
That's
Oh,
tough, Dickers.
by the way,
What a
look-
fountain money.
Look at how happy he was at the beginning of his career, putting nice
This dude,
pictures like
this-
this on Facebook and
And dude, he finds a picture of him smiling. What a feat. You found a picture of Rich smiling? Whoa. And then he's gonna say, look how happy he is. But you know what? What's kind of bullshit about him, like, bringing this up, and then he's gonna say later on, this is a little spoiler, that he looks so sad now, and he has to eat edibles to, like, wake up in the morning, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, dude, you tell us every day how having trolls, like, fucks with you, and it affects how you behave, or whatever the fuck. And he doesn't think that could affect Rich? I mean, sure, you could argue, well, you see, Rich put himself there. I mean, yeah. But, like, come on. He has the old internet is bringing it up, man. They're not letting him get a second chance. Whatever. It is what it is. But I guess this is what Rich... You know, it's gonna be really funny. DSP is doing all this with Kino Casino, and Rich doesn't like them, and all this other shit. And DSP is kind of, like, twisting the knife. Like, everyone else stabbed Rich, and DSP just walks up after the corpse is on the ground and starts twisting the knife for fun because, hey, the guy is dead now, or whatever the fuck. This guy is, like, contributing to all this shit-talking, right? Correct? I kind of forgot the point I was gonna have, to be honest. But, still, like, it's kind of, he's like, oh, I remember now. It would be so funny, he said, DSP's twisting the knife and all this shit. Rich will probably, knowing him, still want to be friends with DSP. Still. He'd still want to get his attention because Rich is that much of a bitch. Guarantee. He's gonna, like, after all this, after the dust is settled, Rich will come forward and be like, Phil, you're a pretty cool guy. Or whatever. I got it. When June the King's DSP documentary comes out, Rich will watch it, say shit, and then end it with, I think DSP's in a better place now, guys. DSP's way better. I don't agree that he's with Kino Casino right now, but, like, he's a meaningful guy. Or whatever the fuck. Because Rich always, like, crawls back to Phil. Always.
book and everything. Remember when he used to look like that?
Know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I wonder what he's
By
gonna
the
look
way,
like by the end.
He could have found another image of Rich back in the day. Like, there's that one picture of Rich that looks so fucking creepy. It's like one of the earlier photos, and this dude looks so creepy in that photo. Why didn't he use that one? Whatever. Okay.
The end. I guess we'll find out.
I wonder. Okay. So you got that. Now I fast forwarded through this 4-hour stream of hell. We'll watch this some other day, but not today.
All right. This
That
is
J
it.
part was yeah.
This is the true finale.
This is the true finale.
Right
The other
now.
one was a fake
Because what we have here
finale.
is the final stack of chips for Rich. And what we have to do is we have to break it down and we have to say, for every time that Rich sucked a cucumber for money.
Really, dude? Like, this dude always goes on and on about how his stuff doesn't hurt anyone. Is anyone getting hurt by Rich sucking a cucumber? And he did it like one time, I think. I think that's what I heard. Whatever. Regardless, he can do it every day. Who's it hurting? Nobody. Him kissing a toy cock, which is a chicken? Who cares? Dude, you make poo jokes. These things are, like, not harmful. Like, to anything. And you're gonna take coins away? Like, okay, guys, I think putting on clothes for money is bullshit. So, yeah. Remove some of DSP's life chips or whatever the fuck. Oh, he wants to make a point about people who take money off for oh my god, take clothes off for money. Well, it's a lowbrow joke that DSP is making, so remove more chips of his life.
For every time that Rich kissed a cock for money.
Wait, hold up.
And what we have to do is we have to break it down and we have to say, for every time that Rich sucked a cucumber.
Okay, that's like 3 chips, I think.
For money. For every time that Rich kissed a cock.
Okay, 5. See what he's doing? Again, no value. And he's just taking, like, chips off. This means as much as me just having... This is, like, fucked up economy. Like, when eventually money has no value, it's like, who cares? And then the economy crashes. And like, it's like that epic joke from Smiling Friends where the stupid president at the time was like, oh, let's print more money and give that to everyone. And then it's like, you just devalue the dollar, now our economy crashed. That's what that would happen. That's what would happen if you go by Diasponomics, Philonomics, like whatever.
It's the cock for money for every time that Rich took
But then
his shirt
again,
off.
you do lose money for doing stupid shit. So I got it. That's gonna be the balance. You get all the money, but if you fuck up, the government will come to your house and take some away for each fuck up. And if you're in a family and you have a family of fuck ups, that's fucked up. You're gonna lose more money. It's fucked up because one, you're supposed to be the parent, right? Correct? And the kid's making accidents, and you're like the parent, you know. So take more money. That's DSP's economics right there. That's his plan to repair the economy.
Off like a lol cow, but then made fun of other people for being lol cows.
Yeah, because he accepted being a lol cow, though. Like, that's probably why he did it half the time. Was like, well, I'm a lol cow, and people make fun of me, so I'm gonna make fun of other lol cows. And this also is not a good look for Phil, correct? Because he's also a lol cow, and he's shitting on other lol cows. Okay.
There you go.
So that's more chips taken from Phil as well. Okay.
We're gonna take a ginormous amount.
Oh,
of
for
chips
what? For what? Did he do a heinous crime?
away from him?
Whoa.
For you guys, expose.
Oh my god, this is so late. He's like, I just need one chip. I need one chip. I ran out of things. I got it, guys. Let's suck up to the casino some more because they're my friends now.
Exposing him for what he really was, and finally allowing the internet to see.
And then he gives all the credit to Kino Casino for exposing Rich. Not the BBC. We're not gonna respect the BBC for what he did to Rich. No, we're gonna ignore that. Big Cheese. Fuck that. We should have kept the money, right? Correct? But these two, these are the guys. They're the ones that exposed Rich. No one else. Only them in June.
See who he was all along. He was a million subs insulated from the ire of the internet, and you
He
guys
just got a million subs recently, though. And, like, people can sub to channels, like, not for the right reasons. You know that, right? Like, people could have subbed to Rich because they hate Rich. They just want to see his stupid-ass content to make fun of. Like some people do to him. Half his sub count is people who just want to fuck with Phil. And want to troll in chat. That's literally his fucking sub count. And he's, like, mocking Rich's sub count.
guys single-handedly, with your exposing all his controversies, turn that around and let the internet see who he really is for who he is.
Yes.
So that's your stack
We need
right
a
there, and
Kino
that's actually
Casino
the
to learn
biggest
the
chunk I've
truth,
taken out of
guys.
any stack tonight, because
Wow.
you deserve it, guys.
Wait, what?
Controversies, turn that around and let the internet see who he really is for who he is. So that's
But what if these controversies are personal? Whatever.
your stack right there, and that's actually the biggest chunk I've taken out of any stack tonight.
Yeah, because he ran out of things to say, so he was like, "I'm gonna save this for my boys, the Kinos.
Because
Wow.
you deserve it, guys.
Huge support.
They deserve it."
Thank you.
We have this left.
Yes.
It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Regardless of, like, even let's just assume Kino Casino are being genuine friends to Phil. Like, they genuinely love Phil and they love his content, and they're not like playing up glazing and like LARPing to be his friends or whatever the fuck. They get him to do little dances for them or anything like that. Let's ignore all that and say that they're genuine fans and friends of Phil. This is like really fucking cringe to see. This dude literally try to like butter up two other people when they're just glazing his ass, and it's like, there's no push. It's so weird. It's just weird. It's all just weird. This is a weird arc for Phil. This is the most like bizarre arc that's like full of cringe and like patheticness. The pathetic stuff is mostly on DSP's end, by the way. DSP is the most pathetic person in this arc, which is like really funny. Like, I've said my piece about this whole thing that's going on, so you know where I stand with it. But it is just kind of like just funny seeing this dude like be so desperate to just be in a group call with 2 other people. Like, damn, man.
Yes,
We have
this
this
is it.
left. The finale.
Okay.
June the King. Not only making this documentary, but destroying Rich on Twitter for being a liar and hypocrite about doxing. And then today also calling him out for stuff, you know. There you go. That is
And then
June the
saying he
King's
was
stack.
felted.
Wait, but like, so get this, right? June made the video and all this stuff, and he gets a smaller stack than Kino Casino. You couldn't split it? What you know what I mean? Come on.
And saying he was felted in his
Right.
tweet after the video was done.
Right. Exactly right. So at this point, after all of tonight,
He's already putting
Well,
the chips away, by the
literally
way.
has.
He's just putting
I'm gonna
all the
show this
chips
to you.
away.
One chip left. This is what Rich has.
Look at this.
left in
Look
his
at
life.
this. Dude, he was like putting more chips away. Literally to get like look at this.
Rich
Folks.
literally has. I'm
Okay,
gonna
this
show
thing,
this to
see?
you.
See? He's moving chips out. Yeah, I'm being
One
mean.
chip left. This
Then
is
look
what
at
Rich
this.
has left in
One
his
chip
life.
left. This is such a rigged fucking casino, dude. This casino sucks. All this person did was just see nothing but negative, took all the chips out except for one for the negative. But what about the positive he's done? You know, in the documentary, they said that the problem with the charity thing was that he did donate to charity, as far as I understood from this documentary. But the problem was that like he did not give some of the money back. He didn't pay the amount for the camera, so it was a lot of like nonsense, like wrapped in, which is like why people probably should not try to do their own charity like that, and that's probably why you have like other programs that are willing to do all the work for you, you know, so that way it's like more transparent, etc., etc. But then you have this guy that did that weird shit, but as far as I understand, at least like something went to charity, and he didn't give anything to Rich for that. You know, and he could have given Rich some chips for giving the dude $200 eventually. Like, sure, he was being a scumbag about it, but you know, you could have just ignored Big Cheese, I guess. But instead, DSP took chips out because he gave him the money anyway. What a casino! What a casino! You just lose in this fucking casino.
His life. Now, here's the thing. I would like to say I am a person who believes that people can improve and change for the better. That people can learn from their mistakes.
No, you
And
don't.
Maybe after having watched not
No,
only
you
this
don't.
documentary,
No, you fucking don't. Cyberpunk got better over the years and is in a better state now than it was when it launched. And this dude won't even try it. He won't even touch it or acknowledge the game. Okay.
documentary by June the King, but hearing someone like me talk about this tonight, I'm trying to help this man. Okay,
I'm helping this man.
I want him to get better. I want things to be better for his family. I want him to make good
This
content.
dude said literally these people making these kind of videos are not helping him. They're not helping me, Rich. Doing this doesn't help me, man. Like Rich signal boosted the fuck out of that Pokemon 400 viewer debacle in 2016. I want to say 2016, but I think 2016 because that's like right before he went to Twitch. He like Rich called him out for that, and DSP makes an apology and then says like Rich should have known better than to do that. But he was trying to help you, dude. So doing what Rich did is hurting him, but what Phil's doing is helping him by doing this. I mean, regardless, I don't think anything's gonna help Rich because Rich is Rich. Rich is just gonna do the thing that he does best and be a bitch.
Content. He has one chip left, and he has a chance to turn his life around. But he has to become a better person, and he
This
hasn't.
dude gives you the same charisma as a anti-drug PSA or whatever the fuck. Guys, you have the look at this is your case of life, full of chips, right, guys? Now if you start smoking one little cigarette, that's one case. Not bad, right? You know, it's a small piece, and then this guy does go through all this, and then you have one chip left, and that's when you got lung cancer, and then you're just like, I'm never gonna smoke, guys. and you get scared to smoke because of that PSA man. Because it's so successful. It's such a and that's DSP's fucking methodology. That's how he does this shit. It's just the most corniest, cringe ass fucking phrasing, and it's all to service his fucking ego. He does all this cringe shit just so that he can sound smart, and then he's gonna say the next day, "I'm so cool, guys." Like, that's what he did about the fucking clown makeup. Once you put the clown makeup on, you will never come off. And it's like, dude, you've been a clown all your life, and yet you're saying you can change, but everyone else can't. Fuck off.
We just saw in that entire thing, he makes the same mistakes. He never admits fault. He always has the same problem.
DSP made the same mistakes for 16 fucking years. And along the way, DSP kept begging for second chances, and he'd get them. He'd actually get multiple chances, and he'd squander them all. He's getting one right now, and at some point, he's gonna squander it again. Because this dude makes the same mistakes, just like Rich. And this dude is telling Rich that he's never gonna change. Oh, wow.
Problems. Unless you change who you are, you will never improve and
You'll
get out of this
never
rut, Rich. I know you
improve.
can't be employed. Otherwise, that's why.
Don't do that again.
He always has the same problems. Unless you change who you are, you will never improve and get out of this rut, Rich. I know you can't be employed.
But then if he changes, then you say that he's trading for the money. Whatever. And I love him saying, "I know you can't get employed." How do you know that? This dude was like, "In 10 years, I'm gonna get a job." And then he canceled that. And then, like, it's like, so how are you gonna get a job in 10 years from 2019? Who knows, right? Correct?
Otherwise, that's why you're still doing YouTube. You hate it. That's why you look like this. But
dude, you could literally say the same thing about DSP. He's doing this because he has nothing else to do. Man, this is like the last person to talk about this, and it's all virtue signaling that's gonna like bounce back at him, because that's why, like, not a lot of people spend a lot of time like flexing how they know how life works, like DSP. Like, you can give advice or whatever the fuck, but nobody talks like this as someone else, because it's kind of like not pandering, condescending and patronizing to sit through. And it's like, you really want, I'm really gonna listen to you? Who are you to say this?
You have to change as a person. Can you do it? Can you stop every day making yourself the victim, eating the edibles to feel better, and doing these awful
And
things?
then we got shit on weed. This dude, when this dude sees weed, it's really like he's seeing people become meth heads. I was like, "Dude, you're doing the edibles, man. Yeah, you should be drinking, right? Like the rest of us. Just drink alcohol. That's, that's not depressing at all sometimes. I mean, it's all different. I mean, everyone like handles shit differently. Like, it's kind of like, how do you know? How does he know Rich is doing edibles because he's depressed? What if he's just doing it because it feels good? You realize that people might do shit to feel good sometimes. Whatever.
Or can you finally say, you know what? I'm going to fess up. I'm going to apologize for the awful person I've been for the last decade. I'm going to stop making
And by the way, this is that image doesn't even look that bad of Rich. He just looks like he's just talking. Like, it's really like a freeze frame. It's like I hold a picture of DSP like this, like, guys, this is what DSP looks like. You see this face. You know what? I'm saving this. And then, like, I should load this to my OBS. And then it's like, guys, when you turn on the stream and you see DSP look like this, you just know he drank too much bleach or not enough.
And I'm going to move forward positively. Can you do that?
Can you do that? I hate this. Like, can you do that? Can you do that? Like, okay, dude.
Wait. Oh, one final thing. For 10 years of you fucking with me and making my life miserable for your...
I want everyone at home to just watch this documentary and compare it to what Rich did to Phil. And then come back and tell me Who do you think Rich hurt the most? Because let's go over what Rich did to Phil. Let's see. He has a picture of him fapping in the background. Okay, anyone can get that picture and throw that anywhere. I mean, it happened on the internet. Like, come on. He's known to be the guy who faps. Secondly, he just said, guys, DSP has low views, and hopefully he can bounce back from this. Yeah, he kind of like brought up they had low views and said something optimistic about DSP's future, and DSP did not take it lightly at all because, you know, it's DSP. So he did that, and then he watched a documentary about, he watched a Secret Limited video about the WWE champions, and then said, I don't want to support mobile gaming addicts or whatever the fuck. So, like, just tantamount, he, like, the most harmful thing he did in that whole thing, like, probably either him making videos about Phil, or just the propagating the WWE champions meme, which is like, you know, as I said, at this point it's like meaningless. Like, just saying it lost meaning in a meaningful way. It now is just kind of funny at this point, even if he is or isn't, whatever. And that's all it is at this point. So really, in reality, Rich barely did anything to DSP. Like, at all. Like, ever. Now, I'm gonna remember this. When Kino Casino eventually, like, dropped the LARP and they just trolled DSP nonstop, and I'm gonna remember this. Because, again, Rich did not, like, betray DSP or lie to him or anything. He didn't, like, glaze him up either. But he willingly did this stuff with Kino Casino because they were calling him king and glazing him up. And then, like, so, like, if they betray him and it pisses him off a lot, I'm not letting him live that down. Regardless of how he reacts to it, because he puts himself there. Like, he can't complain about being a victim after he was like, we'll get to it when we get to the podcast. But this dude is so lame.
For your personal gain, I'm taking your final chip as the king's tax, you motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
Yeah!
Look how
You're fucking felted, bitch. Felted.
And, you know, people brought this up in the beginning. I think Tevin did, because I think I was watching his restream. But you could tell, like, they're like, oh, let's fucking go. Whoa, he got like $100 tip. Whoa, you know, whatever. They're like bouncing up and down. DSP tried to match the energy, and it didn't hit the same. It was just him yelling. and speaking fast. That's it. That's all he did to match the energy. I mean, I don't think DSP could realistically match their energy. Like, even if he tried, I don't think he could do it. I don't think he'd match anyone's energy. I think more people are energetic than he is. I think Kat is probably, you know, when Kat sees the cookie, she's probably running. DSP probably couldn't do that. He probably can't get that excited ever again. But this dude will sit there and like just try to match their energy, and it falls flat. And this is like another instance of that. It's like they're like, whoa, and he's like, get felted, bitch. And this is like just lame shit from him.
You're done. Because the thing is, even if I left,
And I think that's like kind of funny about this. Once these two people leave the pig pen and they're out, and DC's alone, you'll never see him talk like this ever again, unless he's shitting on a viewer. He only does this. Actually, no, that's very true, man. Every time he talks like this, it's always to a viewer. It's never to anyone else. Like, ever. He wasn't like this to Keemstar. He wasn't like this to Metoker or Nick or anyone else except his viewers. This is the only time he's done it to Rich because he was with two other, like, lively people.
left you this fucking shit, you wouldn't improve your life. You had the chance. You never took an opportunity to improve. You insulated
How do you know?
yourself from any
What if he did?
criticism,
Dude,
but
he
you ne-
hired an editor. That's taking a step to improve. Sure, he like did weird shit with his editor, and the editor did weird shit too. I mean, that relationship was fucking weird. But you know, he made strides to get an editor. which is more than what DSP can say. But now he does have editors, free labor, as you will, if you will, which Rich should have done, right? Correct. That's the biggest mistake. Rich should have just gotten Jay to edit for him for free. That was his mistake.
But now you've been exposed. You're done. This is my chip, and I'm gonna wear this proudly in my fucking background.
Where you
from now
can't see
on
it.
because I earned it.
You can't even
He
see it.
earned it,
I
guys.
love that, and I also love that everyone gets these bigger chips, but to making fun of Phil, one chip, one tiny little chip, and then he puts in the background. Like again, he has a whole case of chips. Now you'd think, correct, that he would just stack them. He could have stacked all of the times he took the chips out of the casino and stacked it behind him. Do you know, symbolize how much, like he could do the lame shit and say, guys, see this stack of casino chips? That's all the times Rich fucked up. So whenever I fuck up, just remember, I didn't fuck up this much. He should have done that. But no, he just puts one chip there that you could barely even see or care about.
An incredible place to end our reaction.
Wow.
And great monologue from Darkside Phil, the king, taking that final chip as the king's tax.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah,
So I had
dude.
a lot of fun.
It was great, man, and we have to do it again. Like, soon we'll have you on our show.
Yes.
Let's play some games sometimes. The interview with Medicare will plan out sometime.
Sure.
We'll have some fun. It's great reacting with you. You know what I mean, man? It is fun, and the chat loves it. It's
The
great
chat's
time.
going crazy. This is the most
The
viewed
chat's
stream I've
going
ever done on
crazy.
YouTube.
The most
no
views.
surprise, right? I mean, why
Wow,
wouldn't
yeah.
it be? It's not the
Goddamn.
usual kind of content I do. And again, please remember, everyone, this is all in good fun. This is not
Yes,
serious.
of course,
Please don't
yes.
go after Rich or his family members.
You
or
know, it's
anyone.
so
You have to end with-
it's so funny that this dude, I think in the interview when he came in, like, and they got him on, I think the first thing he did was, "Hi guys, thank you for having us on." It's like, man, this dude is like the most like corporate LARPer you could have. This dude would love to be a corporate CEO. He'd love to be a Steve Jobs or a Tim Apple. He'd love that. He would go on stage and be like, Hey guys, welcome to DSP Gaming. And then he would like do a little bow. Then he would like announce new projects. I will be playing Resident Evil 9 when it comes out. Yes. And guys, we will still be doing Friday Night Fights. Okay. And then he would come back and say, guys, one more thing. And then he would announce DSP Reacts or some shit. DSP Reacts Mini. I don't know, whatever.
end with that, because with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh,
We have a lot of
God.
news tonight. Please be nice. I feel like he has a chance to
No,
maybe turn his life around.
Oh my God.
But I don't know.
This dude literally just said he wasn't going to and all this stuff. Immediately walked it back. See what I mean? This dude tried to like mimic their energy, but he just can't follow through with it. And it's like he doesn't, like, he can't be himself. He just poses after everyone around him. He just does the same shit. Like, whatever. Okay.
I don't know if he really will. But thank you for being
Thank
here
you.
tonight.
Thank
on
you.
DSP Reacts, for watching. You guys, you were amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. I mean, obviously, this is one of the best streams I've ever done for many
The
different
best
reasons,
stream.
obviously.
Oh,
And,
Obviously.
yeah, I absolutely. I mean, everyone loves it. I definitely look forward to doing more
I
stuff
don't
with you
love
guys
it.
in the future.
For
So,
sure, man. Definitely. And guys, our clip channel, Kino Casino Clips,
Yes.
go check it out. Us on Kick. It's great seeing you all here. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right. And so, for DSP Reacts, for Kino Casino, for everyone, thank you all. You were a great audience tonight. I
By the way,
appreciate
the
you all
reason
coming
why,
out.
by the way, the thing that's even funnier about this fucking video, since he's using Discord, I think naturally Discord like mirrors the camera, and you could probably like fix that in settings, whatever. That's one. Secondly, he was watching this whole thing on his fucking PC, his streaming PC, by the way. Like, dude, you're terrified of running Discord and YouTube on your fucking $2,000 PC? Like, come on. Like, dude, really?
Coming out and hanging out with us, and wish you all the best. And you know, try not to get felted. That's all I have to say, man.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
you gotta.
Don't
All right,
get
everyone.
melted.
Don't
Thanks a
get
lot.
felted.
Peace.
Okay, I stopped recording. I did two things. I
Oh,
had this
God.
as a stream, and I did a recording. The recording
yeah.
might look way better because we were having the issues with the stream. So I'm gonna make
Okay.
this stream. I'm gonna make the stream publicly available right now for anyone to watch after. But I'll probably
So
try to.
he left this up as a thing. Now I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be angry about this. He had these other streams when this was like the King of Hate vlogs. Why doesn't he make those public? That was before DS3 Reacts. Why not leave those streams up? Like that is ridiculous. Now on the flip flop, I think those streams are also uploaded individually anyway, so it's like not a big deal. But like, come on, man.
Try to overnight upload the higher quality video if anyone wants
Hell
to
yeah.
watch it. And that way, if
Cool.
you're gonna clip something, you might want to wait for the higher quality video to come out because this one might be like fuzzy. I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
Okay. Yeah. Well, our editor's gonna be clipping and editing it too as well for our thing too, and we'll link you and shit. So it was great, dude. That was,
It was
fun.
great. And you guys were awesome. And again, to the live audience, you guys
The
were awesome.
stream
as well.
is still going.
Yeah, I didn't press stop yet. I stopped the recording, but yeah.
So
So
you
you
did the
guys,
recording.
I like
on
how
the
like
hot mic.
they're
PPP
going
is
crazy here.
frozen.
Everyone in
Fuck the
chat.
chat,
So.
dude. They're pieces of shit. I hated them. I'm just kidding.
All right, excellent,
No.
everyone. And by the way, chat. Oh my God, guys, viewers, you guys were so supportive of me. This is probably single-handedly
Hell yeah.
one of the most supported days I've ever had.
I
on
almost
stream.
thought he was saying you saved my life. I thought he was gonna say
This
that.
week, and I really appreciate that. This will help. I hope you guys might
Help with what?
consider checking
What do
out
you
some
need
of my
help
other
with?
content on my channels. If
Huh?
you would so like. I understand this was kind of a one-time thing for.
Okay, yeah, enough of that. Now we're gonna go on to the big one. This may end up making the video long again, guys. Unfortunately, but we'll see what happens.
So once we got the tech issues done, which took a half an hour, we finally got the React going. Okay.
Whoa.
Now, I really had a great time. Okay. And listen, here's the thing.
Listen.
These guys at Kino Casino are constantly praising me on purpose. It's two reasons. Okay.
Two reasons.
Number one, because it's funny.
It's funny. It's funny to get to praise him. Like, he was getting praise all these years, correct? And he didn't laugh at, like, being razzed then. But now, after, like, just, you know, DSP being DSP, it's just funny to get to say he's a cool guy. Okay. Nice coat, buddy.
It's funny to see someone, after all the abuse I've taken over all these years from
What
everyone
abuse?
on the internet, right? To actually see these guys just constantly be praising me and act like I'm above reproach. And you all know I'm not above reproach. I know I'm a flawed individual.
Oh,
I've made many
okay,
mistakes.
Sure.
To see them do
But, like,
Actually, you made a lot of mistakes, Phil. You have one chip left.
like, Rich made many mistakes and he kept taking his chips away. But you make many mistakes and we can't take a chip away, huh?
them do the opposite, it's a funny bit, and it's a bit that's working. People are enjoying this
It's
bit
working.
and having a good
Like,
time
this
with it.
this is like, you know, it would be, I wonder how funny it would be if, like, Kino Casino, like, after all is said and done, they just come out and say, we were trying to be actual friends with this guy, and the whole time he kept saying that we were doing a bit. I wasn't doing a fucking bit, Phil, and now I hate you, and all this shit. Imagine if that's how they're gonna end it. They're gonna take his paranoia and just fling it back at him. Guys, we weren't doing a bit. We actually genuinely love Phil and his content, and he's saying that we were gonna, like, use him and do all kinds of fucked up shit. That's it. Fuck this guy.
and laughing at it, correct?
Correct?
So there you go. That's number one, okay? Number two, all right? What's happening is, because these guys are praising me so much and being nice to me, it is making all of the communities of cult-like sickos who have focused around shitting on me for 10 years
This is so
freak
lame.
out.
They're freaking out. Dude, they've been like that kind of shit has been happening like for years. Anytime someone says, guys, Phil has a point on this one, there's like gonna be 20 other people saying, fuck you, no he doesn't, whatever the fuck. Like, shit just happens. You can't control the internet. Like, so this stuff has always been a thing. Whatever, okay.
It's making these communities be exposed for being these spurging losers who are just
Dude, like, when you see the detractor's detractor, they always say they sprig out all the time. Like, this isn't new. Like, dude, like, when people were like, when the SOK was a big thing, people were saying these people are Spurgs, guys, and all this other shit. Like, this isn't new, and this isn't gonna be the last time that's gonna happen.
So we're just, oh, I can't take it. I don't get it. For 10 years, we had our way with him. But now people like him? I don't get it.
But he just said that they were doing it as a joke, but now so he says that Kino Casino is being nice to him because it's funny, it's a joke, and all this other shit. And now they like him. Which is it? Are they doing it as a joke? And I love that in chat, he was saying, I know they're glazing me up. I know that they're saying all this stuff. I'm not stupid. I like to play dumb. And it's like, no, you don't. Because when they first started calling him king, like,
don't call me king, okay? They were like, oh, man, I can't, I don't think I'm a king, guys. I don't think I'm a king.
So it's like, that's all it is.
And they sound just like that. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, that's actually, I recorded that last night.
Why is he like giving us Nicolas Cage, or no, not Nicolas Cage, what's his fucking name? He was in Star Trek. That guy. He's doing that guy's fucking impression.
Years we had our way with him. But now people like him? I don't get it. And they sound just like that. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, that's actually, I recorded that last night, and I just played it back for you.
He is so fixated. Like, now everyone's like, oh, he's gonna be so smug. He made a lot of money and this and that. And it's like, this dude, out of spite, wants to do the opposite. It's like, yeah, they're gonna think I'm gonna be fucking greedy. Well, get this. I'm gonna be paranoid instead. Because this dude seems to just do the opposite. Like, he knows what people expect him, and then he does the opposite. And it's like, dude, why can't you just be normal? He could just say, oh, it was a good night, and blah, blah, blah. It was fun. Now let's get into gaming. No, we can't possibly do that. That would be stupid.
But anyway, that's exactly how they sound and how they act. And their communities are imploding. Okay,
no,
imploding. Because they can't handle the fact that people are actually
like,
enjoying content with me in it rather than making fun of it. They can't believe that there's people out there that don't just want to make a buck on making fun of me. Okay? And here's the thing. Enjoying content with me in it rather than making fun of it.
But they have you there to make fun of you, though, and they were doing like a lot of sneak disses to you. Like, he doesn't get it. Because he doesn't pick up on sarcasm at all, unless it's super duper duper obvious. Like, it has to be, like, brain dead obvious for him to pick up on the sarcasm.
They can't believe that there's people out there that don't just want to make a buck on making fun of me. Okay? And here's the thing. This is the funny part.
This is the funny part.
It's good content. It's funny, and we all understand it's a joke. Do those guys, are they in love with me? No, they're not.
This dude, ever since Kino Casino has been, like, talking to him, he's been acting fucking creepy about them. Like, he's suddenly just super clingy and, like, desperate. And he thinks this is, like, a good look to have. Dude, you look fucking pathetic. Like, there's a Hate Army clip of it. Like, and now I was the main doing a video, but, you know... But this dude was like saying like all this weird shit. No, fuck it. We're gonna like. Let's see. I did sub to this channel, so it should be here. Where is it? Oh god, there's two of them. I think it's this one. Yes, it's this one. Okay. And then. Where is it? Is it this one? Do you think it's people? Oh, no, it's this one.
The Hate Army trick.
It's the Hate Army, bro.
The Hate Army.
Shout
that
out
guy.
to Hate.
By the way,
Vibes
I
from
love that DSP thinks Kino Casino believes detractor lies, and he's like fine with that. But Craig and Adam believing detractor lies, fuck them. They get them out of here. They're bullshit.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out to hate.
This dude is
Shout
so
out to hate. Shout out
desperate.
for
It's sad.
AOR, thanks for the super chat. He says, lol at all the detractors seething and coping. I know.
See,
They're
I
still
know.
trying to this moment. They're trying to do shit. I just ignore it all. You know, I do. I
what are
pay
we
no
doing?
attention to it at all. Idiots, they try all kinds of shit, and I don't care.
I don't
Whatever
care.
the fuck you want, you losers.
Anything? What?
I got
Okay.
shit to do. I got a life.
You see this every year. You realize that, right? Correct. Oh my god. Look how much he loves gaming. Like, he gave Rich shit for, like, just not smiling all the time. Literally not smiling all the time. That was what he was complaining about. And we're seeing DSP do the thing he loves. Gaming. And this dude looks like he's dead inside. Like, this is like the Kubrick stare. Like a modified version of it.
Thank you to AOR. AOR did 2 super chats. The first one was the one that says, Detractor, seething, and coping. Then G-Mall just did a $20 super chat and says, love the casino interview, bud. Thank you to G-Mall for that.
Love the
I'm
casino
glad that you guys liked it.
No, it wasn't an interview.
And then,
whatever.
AOR did another super chat.
Doesn't matter.
Says, I used to watch them, but the casino has opened my eyes to how ridiculously far they take things. I'm glad that you guys are seeing this now.
Yeah,
But here's
open
the
your
truth. You
eyes.
don't
We
have
take
to
it
love
too
me.
far by saying DSP is stupid.
You know, I made so many mistakes and things over
we
the
take it
years.
too
I'm a
far,
fallible
guys.
human, right? I get angry. I yell at people.
Rich
and, you know,
gets angry.
I admit, I have flaws.
Rich
But
has flaws.
the rate that those people stalk me and the things that they do, trying to ruin my business, stalk my family members and shit, it's like, what is going on?
What's going on?
What on earth did I ever do to warrant that level of insanity, right? What on
Right?
earth? Like, yeah, can you name my horrendous...
Okay.
What?
What?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? What are you talking... The things that... What?
What?
Sanity, right? What on earth? Like, yeah, can you name my horrendous crimes? Oh, he bait and switched and didn't do Project 7. What?
What?
What the fuck are you talking?
What are you talking about? I just had a goal to do Project 7, a trailer or whatever, you know, Project 7 on Patreon. People gave me money for it, and then I said I couldn't do it, man. And I only refunded one person because I can't figure out who wanted to get refunds because he was scared to ask. He was scared to ask if anyone wanted a refund for their Patreon pledge. If they did it for Project 7, like, he could have just made a community post on his Patreon page that only patrons could see, by the way. He could do that. And then say, hey guys, if you have become a patron for this, let me know and I'll offer a refund. Like, he could have easily done that. Correct?
Talking about?
What are you talking
Spend all
about?
his money on mobile games. What?
What?
What the fuck does that have to do?
He said, like, on side scrollers, he spends some money on mobile games. Secondly, he's really just, when he brings this up, he's omitting the fucking reason why people bring that up. Because he always says, guys, I need money. I need tips right now. I need money right this second. The bills are coming. The impending day off. And then he spends money on mobile games. Like, what do you think that looks like, Phil? Like, what if Amaranth comes on stream and says, like, guys, I need money for bills, and the next day you see her and she's drinking beer. What about that? Or whatever the fuck.
What to do with anything? What are you talking? The things that they actually have infatuated themselves with about me
What are you talking about?
are so insane, but they don't understand they're insane because they live in this circle
It's
jerking
insane.
culture where they all have the same meme bullshit they repeat. So to them, they hear that, they think, yes, this is logical. This makes sense to hate a man and try to ruin his life on. Everyone else from the outside looks at it and says, what? You hate him for what?
You hate him for what?
Right?
I mean, that's a lot of, like, dots to connect to.
Yeah, I do wish that
Like,
Mega Man game...
Because no one's just gonna say, hey, why do you dislike Phil? Because he spends money on mobile games. Like, no one is gonna say that exactly. They're gonna say, well, it's because he always tells his chat that he needs money and then he spends money on mobile games. Like, there you go. That's, like, the sentiment. Like, if you take stuff out of context, it does look insane. It's like, guys, DSP makes money by making a dude kill turtles. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? He gets paid to do that? That's fucked up. And then you realize, oh, he's playing Mario. Like, hello? You know?
games were in this. I agree. I think Mega Man speedruns would have been great, but Nintendo doesn't own Mega Man. Capcom does. So it's not their IP.
Yeah, why would Nintendo... Why what's
No,
okay?
NB, here's the deal.
Whatever.
NB says, nice to see you found people that aren't gaslighted by detractors and enticed by greed. Here's the deal.
But they're
Do I
gaslighting him.
believe that the guys from
Yeah.
Kino Casino actually legit like me? Probably not.
I just love it. Like, this is the weird shit. He's like, do I think that they like me? Like, dude, you could at least just say, well, so far it's been pretty good. You know, like, we have a good I don't know. It just sounds weird. Like, this dude saying, I'm glad that you found someone that likes you. It's like, yeah, man. Like, it's been fun talking with them. That's all he has to say. And, like, the thing is, he got called out for this kind of shit before, and he doesn't understand it. Like, that's, like, part of why Tolo, like, stopped talking to DSP, because it was just, like, he would tell DSP something, then DSP would, like, amp it up for it to be completely different. And then Tolo's like, what the fuck, I didn't say that. And then DSP's like, why did the Solo hate me? I see what it is. See, I was just saying that Monster Hunter World is, like, not good for my content. And then the dumb fuck troll said I said it was boring, which he did say, by the way. But it's like, he always, like, exaggerates everything, and that's the problem. So, like, instead of just saying it was fun, I had fun talking with them on their stream last night and, like, watching all this, he adds this other added nonsense of, like, I don't know if they like me, guys. It's fine they don't like me, man. And it's like, what kind of attitude is that to have? You know, constantly look over your shoulder about any interaction, and he's gonna say, well, I don't know who to trust. Okay, but that's, like, for you to deal with. Like, this is stuff you say inside your head, and this is stuff you keep to yourself. You don't, like, let us in on this kind of stuff because you look crazy. You look insane, dude.
But I'm also not. I know that I'm a flawed dude. I know that what they're doing
And then
is
listen to
good
this.
content. It's funny, and we all understand it's a joke. Do those guys, are they in love with me?
Are they in love with me? This dude went from saying simply that they like him to I don't think they love me. This dude is like, he's going through a crisis of some kind. Like a middle of your life kind of crisis.
With me? No. They're not.
No.
But I'm also not. I know that I'm a flawed dude. I know that what they're doing is a joke, but it works. It's funny shit, right? It's entertainment. It works. And content is what we all want to put out. We want to put out entertaining content for everybody. So instead of doing what everyone else has done for the last decade, do the opposite and profit and make good content that people actually want to watch instead of the 4 millionth piece of content that just shits on Darkside Phil.
But he's making content that shits on other people, though. So he's kind of part of the machine he hates. Like, that to me is like the kicker of it all. He's literally just sitting there saying, these people do drama content, fuck them. But I do drama content, it's cool.
And ruins his life and business, right?
Ruin his life.
So it's working, okay?
It's working. It is? Yes.
It's actually working, and I'm excited
actually
for the future because
it's
this is
actually
just the
working.
I'm not saying that all my content's changing to React content, that all my content's going to be co-op content with stuff like that. It's not. I've already said publicly, and I said this to them again last night. The reason it's working right now.
The reason?
Okay? The reason it's working right now is because it's outside of the ordinary. Okay? If it becomes ordinary for me to be part of that content, it's not special anymore.
Yeah, so he just wants to do it like once a month, which is like a regular scheduled thing. So it's not that different.
Well, if I'm going to do stuff like this, and I do it maybe like once a month, every couple weeks or something, I jump on a show. And
once
I say
a month or every
something
couple
like that.
weeks.
That's
Isn't that kind of the same
than
thing?
me being a regular or a co-host.
He wanted to be a regular for side scrollers. Why does he want to be a regular for Kino Casino? This is what he wanted, right?
Major part. Like some people are like immediately, dude, that was so good. Why don't you immediately do another react with those guys? Whoa. That's the opposite of what you would want to do.
Yeah, we want to do
no build up,
the same.
There's no excitement. There's no anticipation.
Whatever.
And you're giving too much of the same right away. You want to base that out. You want to stretch it out.
Why does he do
so
other
now
stuff
it's
with
special
them?
when we get back to doing it again.
Whatever.
Correct?
Like this is like torture to listen through because like, why not just have them on more frequently and they don't have to do one thing? Like he could play a game and then they could just sit there and chill, and talk and all this other stuff. Like he could just do that. Why not? Some people like actually do Discord calls as they play a game sometimes. Hello?
Anyway. And I think they agree with me. So
anyway.
So the content's working.
The content,
people like it.
It's working.
My channel's doing good. If you haven't noticed, we got way more views. We got people checking out things like the clips and stuff that I'm doing on the channel now, which is amazing.
I think he's live, by
I'm
the way, right now.
literally just doing my content, and I'm getting so much engagement. I'm getting tons of great comments on all of my videos. I'm getting likes on all
I
my
wonder
videos.
if all
It's
these people are
the
gonna
things I
leave.
used to
Like, once
have
this is all done, will
when I
they
was
all
popular
leave?
on
That'd be
YouTube.
funny.
It's happening again.
It's
You
happening
don't even
again.
think about that. I was a big YouTuber at one point. I really was. I mean,
This
the
dude,
evidence is
look,
there. You can
look at this dude, man. Now he's like, he's gassing himself up this much to say that he's back on top, like he's popular again. And guess what? He's gonna like let it go to his head, and then he's gonna squander it like he always does, because he doesn't want to do super crazy stuff. You know what I
You
mean?
could go back and see. I used to get 10 million views a month on YouTube at one point. Okay? It's insane. Today, I don't pull in 1 million views. I get like 500,000 views a month. Okay? But to
Okay.
see that there's renewed interest in my content, that people are like, wait a minute. So he doesn't actually suck? His stuff actually is kind of funny?
But you know, the
entertaining?
other
Let me
thing
check
is
him
that
out.
he's making more parts and more videos to upload, so wouldn't naturally his engagement go up because people are now watching his podcast, his clips, his gameplay, the daily rap? Like, wouldn't that naturally increase viewership anyway, or increase engagement? So these metrics are kind of skewed because of these added things that his fans are doing.
Out, and people are checking me out for the first time and say, oh my god, he actually is pretty good. I'm not saying I'm the best content creator out there, dude. I'm not. I know I'm not.
I'm not.
But I think I at least put on a half decent show every day, whether it's the podcast or me playing some games or doing some other stuff, whatever it is. I think there's
Oh
a
my
reason I've
God.
had an audience for 16
Dude,
years.
people
And it's
watch
not just
this,
people who are
hear
making
the
fun of me.
bullshit.
It's legit people who actually like
How
my
do you know
stuff,
they're
understand?
legit?
So,
How does he know these people are legit in the first place? Okay, what if Rich said that? Well, these people watching my streams are legit people. Whatever.
this is now a crazy cool renaissance, honestly. And I know that sounds like a
And
joke,
again, I just love that this dude is giving so much credit to these random people who never watched him before in a meaningful way, but the people who've been there along for the ride, they're just, who cares about them? And this has been a constant issue with him. When there's like new viewers, he cares more about these randoms that may or may not stick around. But the regulars, fuck them. Like, start early for my regulars? No, I'm not gonna do that. Start early for random viewers that may or may not stick around? Hell yeah. Like, is that how you show your appreciation to your regulars? By telling them no, 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 and then you find a new crowd and you do whatever they want? Okay.
joke, but it really is. It's like,
And he
Last-
would complain about other streamers doing that, by the way.
This streamer, so get this, right? He did all this stuff, so he got big, right? He has this long-standing audience. And, like, they told him, oh, you should start your streams early. And he did it. He said no. And then he gets blown up because PewDiePie hosted him. And this dude didn't want to stream for an extra hour and did not, like, he streamed an extra hour for them and then started streaming earlier because of that audience? Talk about ungrateful, man, and ignoring your roots.
last night, all right, I got out of this office late, and, you know, we had to go to sleep early because my wife had to go to work very early today.
Why do you
So
have to
last
go
night, I
bed
just went
early?
to sleep. I woke up this
Whatever.
morning, and I was like, I feel different in a good way.
Whoa.
All right?
I
The
feel
reason I feel different
different.
is
I
because
feel like I'm high
this
on
is
my
the
own
first
shit.
time in about 10 years that I feel like people are finally here to laugh with me instead of laugh at me.
Dude, he said this every year. I'm finally seeing that the people start trying to like me now. More people are watching me. And all this shit. He said this before. Just more cope.
And people are here to have a good time with me and genuinely are enjoying the content. And it's hard for me to believe that. It is, because it's been 10 years, guys. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years of me being the whipping boy of the internet,
wow.
everyone saying I suck and I'm a
You should
bad
be
person,
kicked down the
all these awful
stairs.
things about me and my
That should be the
family and
next
my
thing.
business and everything. And to have that flip now and to see people actually coming back with renewed
This
interest.
dude acts like, look how much, like, he has fans every day telling him how cool he is, how amazing he is, and he's saying that finally I feel people like my content. Finally. Great fuck, DSP fans. You don't matter.
And liking who I am and what I'm doing and saying, hey, it's good. Here, we'll support it because we actually appreciate you. It's crazy. Not to say that I haven't had that, but I've had it from a core audience. Do you understand?
Oh my god.
A core
Yeah, but that's like, how do you get a core audience, stupid?
audience of people. That's, you know, it's great to have, and that's why I survived 16 years. But to have new people coming in who previously would never give me a fair shake and finally giving me the fair shake and saying, okay, actually, it's pretty cool.
People literally have given this fucker so many fair shakes. It's unreal. Unreal. How many chances this dude gets. And he never is thankful for them. Like, when all is said and done about this situation, he's not gonna be grateful for the time he had with this and the eyes he gained from this. Because the thing is, with this kind of shit that's going on, is that even if Kino Casino back out and they say, fuck Phil, he's dumb, we're done with him, or whatever, he still has some people that may stick around anyway and still, like, give him hundreds. He may get more eyes that just on because maybe he's training in some kind of circle, you know? Like, it's ridiculous. This dude will get somewhat of a boost, but the moment that this goes away and how severe that's gonna be, he's gonna just say, oh, it was fleeting, oh, these people were just using me, whatever, or whatever the fuck he's gonna say.
I'm gonna hang out and watch him every once in a while. That's nice. And, you know, that's all I ask. You don't have to be here for every stream. You don't have to like every piece of content I put out. I do a ton. I do so many different kinds of games. This podcast, React Show, which we're
and then when people don't stick around, he's like, where are they? Why don't they watch?
Throwback channel. Everything is a little different. It's a little bit of something for everyone, right? But I work 6 days a week. I'm here 6 days full time. And I do so much content that I think I could appeal to a very wide audience, a very broad audience, depending on, you know, what your interests are. And I hope that you would check out my stuff. At least, you know.
I'm into anime. Where's the anime content?
Like
where's DSP anime?
Mess of content that I make, right?
DSP anime.
Hi guys, we're gonna talk about Bleach. Apparently, it's coming back.
Now, I was like, dude, it feels different and it's changing a thing for the better. This is the feeling that I used to.
What's changing?
No, but really, now, I was like, dude, it feels different and it's changing a thing.
Changing a thing.
Better. This is
it's changing a thing.
Get, you know, back when I was a bigger YouTuber and everything that I did, no one cared what it was.
You know, the funny thing about this, he said back then he was depressed, and now he's like longing for that time again. This isn't a midlife crisis, by the way.
Because they liked it. I could play a game no one ever heard of and no one cared about. People loved it anyway because they were watching it for me and my commentary as well as the game. They liked me that much. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? They loved me.
And this is just crazy because,
it's
again,
crazy.
not necessarily
Hilarious.
that the Kino Casino guys are in love with me or anything. They're not.
Why?
All right?
Why is it in love? He said in the other clip, I'm not saying that they like me, but now it's like they're not in love with me. What the fuck is this? Why is this dude looking for love? You have a wife, dude. Like, man, it's so fucking weird to keep talking about other people and say words like, I know they're not in love with me. Guys, I know this guy is in love with me, but let me tell you something. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think that they know that I've made mistakes and I have made, you know, have made issues. You know, no one's perfect, right? But I think number one, compared to the other people they cover, they realize that I'm like the guy at the very, very, very bottom of the fuck up totem pole. That there's so many people above me that have done so many awful things yet persist on the internet.
What a fucking low bar, though. You might, again, this is like the fucking Hitler comparison. Well, I'm not Hitler. Yeah, no shit. Like, I'd be concerned if he was. Okay? If he was like Hitler, I'd be fucking terrified that he lives in America and he's like fucking Hitler. That's fucked up. But this dude is like saying, guys, I'm not that bad. Okay, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about you, buddy.
Yet, people don't act like that. They act like I'm the worst, right? And they don't get that.
Oh
so now,
God.
by acting the opposite and basically treating me nicely and showing me and my content to a wider audience, they've realized that it's flipped everything on its head. And now the narrative's changing.
But if they're
it
doing,
helps
if they're being facetious, calling you king, what if they're being facetious about other stuff too, huh?
everyone. It helps them to
Whatever.
make good content. It helps me to make better
But
content.
how?
Obviously,
So then, why is it okay for them to glaze you up, DSP, but they should keep dunking on iDubbbz and Ethan Ralph and Rich or whatever? Why don't they glaze them up too? Why don't we glaze everyone up? Why, like, he brings this up, but it's only benefiting him. Why don't we do this with other people? Why don't we do this for Bad Bunny? Why don't we do this for other people? Only Phil.
obviously everyone's getting a positivity and support. So who's the real loser here in this situation? There's only one. My detractors. They're the only loser.
I think there's two losers. DSP is the number one loser because it's DSP. Secondly, it's really just when you take this shit so seriously, like, and all that shit, that is kind of cringe. And sometimes people call people out for that. Whatever, it is what it is. But this dude, it's like acting as if every detractor is the same. And it's like, no. The reason why people are seething isn't that people like him. It's just that this dude doesn't, like, people may think he's going to get a huge boost and get a lot of money and continue to go on and make more bad mistakes. Because this dude has gotten so many chances and he burned him that he doesn't deserve it. As I said, with anything, when you support anyone on the internet, support someone that you genuinely believe in or that you genuinely want to support. Don't support out of, like, guilt. Don't support, like, oh, this poor guy, man. This guy. Just support people you want to support. Whatever. Like, but this dude will cause you to say, like, guys, I need tips right now. I'm gonna lose the house. And it's like, are you kidding me?
Losers in this situation because they don't have a narrative anymore. What's happening is people realize the narrative was always false. It was things that they just over exaggerated.
How is a narrative always false though? If, like, it's subjective. People can still like you despite your flaws, dumbass. I just happen to dislike you to the point where your flaws don't matter. Because there's a lot of stuff that he does that just pisses me off. His attitude, his fucking behavior, all of this shit that he has done, it's just fucking stupid.
For their own personal gain. And now what's happening is people are realizing it's more fun to make the haters seethe than to fuck with me and my business.
But this dude also says that
I don't want to fuck the hornet's nest. I don't want to, like, piss off the trolls.
and all this shit. But now he's saying it's fun to see the haters seethe. But then, like, isn't that poking the hornet's nest? Because again, he tells us that the trolls are messed up, they're mentally ill, and they're crazy, right? So, wouldn't you, like, not want to bother crazy people? Like, it's like you look outside and see, like, a crazy guy walking down the street. You're gonna be less inclined to do something because the dude's holding a knife and he's, like, flailing around. DSP, you're poking the hornet's nest, correct? To people who threatened you, correct? Hello?
You see?
You
It's
see?
more fun to see a group of basement dwellers who have absolutely
And this
no
is kind of
lives.
mean-spirited too, because this dude sits there every day, tells you, guys, I don't revel in people's misery. Everyone's just trying to get by. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And this dude is, like, saying it's fun to see people who are basement dwellers getting angry. Like, that's very positive. What a positive little piggy.
Lives actually freak out that everything they did for 10 years has been meaningless because it's all being erased. right
Everything's been meaningless. Like, you can say that about anything. Humanity is meaningless. Dude, you're uploading fucking gameplay videos. What does that mean for the world? What's gonna happen if everyone just deletes your videos from existence? Guess what? It's meaningless. Nothing has meaning. Except when you do stuff that affects how people live,
right now versus seeing me get angry because I lost another opportunity. I lost more money.
You don't want these opportunities. How can you lose an opportunity you never wanted, stupid? And like the thing is that the reason why people think it's funny when this happens is that it's just how he reacts to it. Like losing opportunities and getting kicked out of networks is barely like not a lot of trolls have their hand in that. Come on.
Someone hit me with bullshit takedowns and copyright strikes and shit like that. It's better to see them see.
Again, we have not seen a lot of takedowns on DSP's content in years. Like, DSP has not been through a copyright strike in a long ass time. I'm telling you, if there's anyone who deserves it, it's Phil. Because this dude is such a little baby. And he just keeps complaining and panics before he does anything.
It's better content, right?
Right?
So, this is cool, all right? And I'm happy, and I just want to let you guys know, yeah, I'm feeling good right now. I mean, everything has been going so well. Just take a look at the last couple of weeks.
Get ready for the whiplash.
Right?
Get ready. It's coming.
Gaming PC, new camera, both donated, massively improving my streams and setups. Now,
only 2 things are added and that improve the streaming setup. That's it. And we're gifted to him. No, he got a lot of money from that Kino Casino React stream. How much money is gonna go back into the business? Nothing. It will all go to bills, man.
collabing with the Kino Casino, appearing on their show, having them be on my show, making great content together. Everyone's succeeding. I mean, this is amazing, right?
It's amazing, man.
This is all amazing. And the only thing
What's the only thing?
right now
Uh-oh.
that's putting a damper. The only thing that's dampening? No, the only thing that's bringing
Oh
this
my
down.
God, now he's,
there's
like,
a word.
losing
I
words.
can't think of the word because
Okay.
I'm stupid.
Okay.
There's something that's nagging me in the back of my head, and I think you guys know what it is.
WWE
It's the
Champions
upcoming
time.
June the King documentary on me.
Now,
Because
get a load of this. I think he is saying all this shit just so he could expect the worst, and then when obviously it's gonna be nothing, he's like,
Well, guys, I was expecting everyone to hate me, but nothing happened. Everyone seems to treat me the same, man.
because this dude is such a little bitch. He's like forming his own little petty little victory to brag about. And it's nothing amazing, dude. Rich had that documentary. What happened to him? I mean, people were giving him shit even before the documentary. Like, and Rich was doing dumb shit anyway. Rich was like hiding streams, deleting streams, seething, whatever the fuck. All this other shit that I've seen through like just random posts on the feed. And yet he's still just doing shit. Whatever.
Because it's 4 hours long. This thing's going to be insane. This thing's going to be so in-depth that you know it's going to cover every little thing that I've done over the years, you know? 4 hours. Can you imagine how much is going to be
Can you imagine?
squeezed into
I
that
can't imagine. I can't imagine that.
React? And the funny part is,
Okay, here's the funny
people
part.
are already saying, Phil, are you going to do a co-op commentary on your own React with Kino Casino? It's literally not even feasible. It's
though.
4 hours long. For me to just comment on it, you know,
They don't need to be there for the whole thing. You have them sometimes, maybe. Whatever.
like take a look. Hour and a half Rich documentary. It took us over 4 hours to get through it. 4 hour documentary, no exaggeration. That's probably going to be like a 10-hour React, if not longer. So just so you guys know, because many of you I know again are new. You've only just started coming by in the past couple of
He's
weeks.
not gonna watch.
The
But
way
this,
that
is, but this is the killer, though. He's saying this
4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours.
Guess what? He's only gonna watch the Street Fighter part. Sorry, but he's only gonna watch the Street Fighter part. This doesn't matter.
That I'm planning to tackle my own documentary is I can't sacrifice all of my normal content for the React. I know a lot of people want me to. They're like, dude, clear your schedule. When your documentary comes out, just react to it for 3 days straight. You got to understand something. I'm here because of my core audience, the people who have supported me day in, day out for 16 years. They want to see me play all the new hot releases coming out, and it starts in just a week. In 1 week is Black Myth Wukong.
Okay.
Right
one
after
game.
that, there's Star Wars Outlaws. There's the upcoming Black Ops 6 beta. And the cool thing about the
Okay.
beta is I have a gaming PC to
Okay.
just drop everything and clear my schedule
4 things.
to react to the June the King documentary in full. So my here's how I'm going to attack it. All right. day streams, meaning this stream right now will be a podcast and gameplay. So let's say Black Myth Wukong comes out, but then a day into it, my documentary drops. Okay? So it's going to be podcast, gameplay on the first stream, break. My night stream will be exclusively reacting
Okay.
to this documentary. Okay?
Okay.
So that way we're splitting it half and half, and I'm not really neglecting stuff. Okay?
All right. Okay.
And so that's how I'm going to attack it. But here's the thing. That I can't do that with those guys. I can't, my night streams are 2-3 hours tops. I can't go super late. My wife has work. I want to spend time with her every night. And this is something, I will say this. Out of the entire night last night, okay?
This is really stupid because he never said in that stream that he was planning to do multiple streams. He insinuated this was going to be the stream where he's going to react to it. He never said it was going to be in parts or anything. So obviously Kino Casino is going to want to just finish it so they don't have to schedule it again, whatever. But this is like a scheduled stream, like, oh, this is going to be 2 hours long and it's going to be multi-parts. He could talk to Kino Casino and say, hey guys, I'm planning to do this like for 2 hours and then I'm going to do it another day or whatever, and discuss it from that. Like, but I guess that's too confusing. That's too complicated for Phil. You can't keep up.
Okay? The only time that I felt uncomfortable or pressured is because those guys were absolutely adamant that we finished reacting to the Review Tech documentary in that setting. And they're even saying, they're pressuring me, like, dude, you spent a lot of money, you should stick around. I'm like, guys, you gotta understand something. Someone could literally hand me $1 million fucking right now. I didn't say this to them, but this is what is going through my mind. Someone could hand me $1 million.
Why didn't he
right
say
now.
that? Why didn't he say that? Why didn't he say that? Why did he keep it to himself? Is it because he doesn't want to look ungrateful? Is that why? But he told that one Twitch streamer that gave him like thousands of viewers that like there are some things more important than money or whatever the fuck. He tells that guy this, but he couldn't say to Kino Casino's face, this dude is such a little bitch in person. He talks mad shit in text. And then when you're there,
Okay, guys. I gotta go to bed, man. Okay, but we'll finish it, man.
he becomes a doormat. Well, what can you do? Sometimes you're not prepared for a confrontation.
now on stream, and I would still say I have to go because my wife is more important. You understand? She is.
But she was sleeping,
Money
though.
is just
Whatever.
fleeting. Having a relationship with someone you truly love.
Yeah,
is more
but it's
important.
not like you're gonna be in your office for the rest of your life. You're gonna be there for like a few days. Not even a few days. But it's like, dude, is she gonna die? Is she dying? Like, hello, come on.
Okay, so I had to get out of here. I couldn't stay late. All right, I already laid down that. Right. So with this documentary coming up, what I'm planning to do is split it up into basically doing like 2-hour chunks. So I'll do gameplay, 2-hour react chunk to the first part of my documentary. Next day, gameplay, and then another 2-hour react chunk to the next part of my documentary.
Listen to this. Someone said, why don't you watch it like 3 days straight or whatever the fuck, right? Correct? That's what he's doing. He's doing it on the night stream. So it's exactly what the chat said he should do. Okay.
My documentary. So you see what I'm saying? So I'm doing it like that. There's no way the guys from Kino Casino are going to want to be every night. All they're doing is reacting to my documentary. And let's be honest, it's give or take as well. I showed up on their show, so they showed up on mine, right? So we, it's kind of like boop, ba-doop, you go back and forth, you help each other out.
Oh my god, this is so
cringe. On my streams
cringe.
every night for a week and not make content for them.
We gotta go back and forth, man.
Oh my god, dude. Like, dude, they're just people. Yeah, you do like back to back sometimes. Like, do you want to do a show for them, do a show for you? Sure, but you could also just enjoy. But I love that this dude can't do something because he doesn't want to like be indebted to someone. Since like he started, like, it's okay for him to start on their show because they're the one that reached out to him, and then naturally it would be awkward for him to ask them, hey, you should join my react, and then for them to say no. So he doesn't want to be in that position, but since they went to a show, they're even. So now it's up to them to reach out to him because he doesn't want to be the one to initiate. He never wants to initiate. Other people have to initiate for him. Okay.
For themselves, that's insane. Who would even ask that? What kind of a selfish, dumbass thing would that be
Like,
to ask someone?
it would be more selfish for DSP to say, "Hi guys, can I go on your show?" Like, sure, but he could always ask them to be on his show. Why not? Oh, because then you'd feel indebted to them. Because that's why he didn't want Rich's PC. He don't want to be indebted to Rich. He doesn't want to be indebted to anyone. Because sure, it has a chance of becoming a drama situation, but if you're just, I don't know, follow through, it, like, look at the Big Cheese situation. If Rich just gave him the $200 like it was agreed, do you think Big Cheese would make a video saying, "Where's my money"?
Ask someone, hey,
Maybe if he's a scammer, but you're not gonna just assume that.
you just cancel all your work this week and make no money so you can be on my streams to give me money? Kind of unreasonable.
Wait, what?
Who would even ask that? What kind of a selfish, dumbass thing would that be to ask someone, hey, could you just cancel all your work this week and make no money so you can be on my streams to give me money?
He was on the Kino Casino interview, whatever the fuck, and he got money overnight. Like, how does he know? Like, you're asking them, hey, like, and they could simulstream it. Like, who's to say? Who's to say that they can't stream it on their end too? Like, why not just figure stuff out? And that's why you ask. You could just ask, hey, this is not like, you could be a little smarter than this, DSP. Just use critical thinking skills.
Kind of unreasonable, don't you think?
I think you're unreasonable. You're a little pig that wants all the attention and nothing else.
So yeah. So that's coming, and that's the truth. The one thing that's dampening. I keep saying dampening. That's not the word. Bringing me down. What's the word for if you're getting brought down? Like it's kind of like
you can't get up
putting
again.
the kibosh on the fun. I can't think
Oh
of
my
what the
God.
word is. I don't know. I'm sure someone's gonna say it in the chat. And
I think he's right to saying it's dampening the mood.
But the only thing that's bringing me down right now is this impending documentary. Yeah, I guess looming. That's a good word for it.
impending and looming are
documentary.
like synonyms.
Because
Whatever.
I know for a fact when this comes out,
He knows for a fact,
there's
guys.
shit that I've done over the years that, number one, no one's really talked about in a documentary. My Street Fighter years and shit, nobody knows about that. And they're going to see that and they're going to be like, wow. he
Oh
was
my
an
god, dude!
asshole.
I guarantee you, he doesn't know. Like, Mr. Huff stuff over the years found these like recordings where Daisy was being like a big baller almost. If you come to my community, you're done. Like that shit. Which has been on the internet for years, and he's gonna act as if no one knew. And sure, it's all niche information, but I know that's what he's talking about, because what else is there? What else that we don't know? Like, come on. And so you just know that that's what he's talking about, and that's kind of funny.
I think a lot of people will just laugh about it, but the thing is, you're dredging up stuff.
But the thing is, like, he told us that he did stuff like that before. Like, people brought up, like, was it Triforce Gaming? Like, he started yelling at this guy for, like, trying to have a community or whatever the fuck. It was weird. It was a lot of arguments back then. But this dude, like, would just constantly, like, antagonize people, then, like, he would hang up, and then, like, he would just be a little bitch about it. Which he does now. He really hasn't changed. He just become more sneaky about being a bitch.
That literally is so outdated, has nothing to do with who I am, and that was pre-YouTube. That was a life ago, right? And I've already apologized out my ass about it, saying I really regret how I acted back then.
Did you?
The other part of it is going to be dredging up things about
And a
my
lot of the apologies are just like, it was all circumstantial and beneficial for him to apologize. It means nothing. His apologies, like, literally mean nothing. He could say sorry no matter what, and I won't believe him.
ex, which, again, that's another past part of my life that I don't even talk about her for a good reason. Because I'm past that, I'm happily married,
she's gonna
and having to bring up stuff about my ex and stuff, and it's going to be a big part of the documentary, because when I was with my ex, that was a lot of reasons why a lot of people started to hate on me. They said that I changed, and instead I was making content with her, and my content was changing.
Oh my god, this is so lame, dude. Like, the problem wasn't just, oh, your girlfriend exists and she's in a video. Wow. it was just she wasn't funny, and you weren't like doing anything meaningful with her either. Like it's a more toxic reason why people don't like Kat in his streams, because when she's there, she's just a blob. She's just sitting there, and there's no chemistry. They don't talk to each other. It's like really awkward. The only person that you have seen DSP like talk normally with was Rambo. I don't know, like it's so funny how Rambo got like DSP to be a normal person for like a second. And everyone else that he's interacted with, it's like he can't be bothered. He can't be normal around anyone else but Rambo. They had something special. They really did, man.
Shut the fuck up. Get a job.
Like that. Didn't like her and her personality, right? It was a big thing. And
Big thing.
I know that that's going to be something that we have to now drag through the mud again. I don't want to drag that through the mud again, but we have to. We have to go there, right? That's part of my history. And like I said, the last several years
Remember
with
not
this
to
stupid
forget
financial
your history,
shit
dude.
and bankruptcy shit and mobile game shit, I'm so exhausted with it already. I'm completely exhausted. Because here's the thing.
My God.
You want to talk about my Street Fighter days? No one's really talked about it yet. For me, that'll actually be kind of refreshing to talk about something new from my past and try to give my perspective and clear the air about certain things. That's new content to cover, right?
New
But to have to
content.
go through the dirty laundry of my ex and talk about this shit, about finances and shit, I've
Wait.
already talked about
Okay.
a million times, right? It's gonna be
Yeah, but what about like the stuff that June is gonna say that might be a little more interesting? Like, whatever.
incredibly stressful. It's gonna be draining. I'm gonna feel like a
What?
fighter.
This is so sus. Because if you're over it and you feel redeemed and all this other stuff, like going through your past should be easy, right? Like this dude really acts as if he's like a recovering like drug addict. Like, but that's not the case. He was just a shitty person on YouTube that would just like basic toxic behavior people can have. So like if someone brings like I went back through like my old videos on my original channel years ago, and it's just cringe what I used to upload. And it's like, and it's really stupid content. And it's like, yeah, man, I probably wouldn't like be uploading that kind of video anymore. But I'm probably a new type of cringe right now.
Who's already gone 10 rounds, and now they said, oh, by the way, time for another 10 fucking bonus
Like,
rounds.
he could just sit there and like, now, this is the other thing, right? He watches the retro reacts, right? And he watches that fine. He's like, oh man, we're cringing, we're having fun, man. He watches this and he's acting as if like, I might pick up the pipe again if I see this. Like, dude, what? Ugh.
Even though you got through it, the fight continues. Like, when does the fight end, right? When does my time to stop having to respond
It
to this
ends when you just move on. Again, he doesn't even have to respond to this fucking documentary. Like, did Kino respond to his documentary? Did anyone respond to their documentary? Maybe not in meaningful ways. And this dude acts as if like he's on trial all the time because he wants to. He wants to say this so he can like feel like, oh, it's over now. Grow up. Just because people may hate you now doesn't mean that like they're gonna love you or hate you regardless. Shut up.
fucking toxic shit about me end? When can I just enjoy my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel
I
like,
love
why
your
do I have to
life.
constantly
This dude keeps
responding-
telling us how much he loves his life, he loves living, he loves seeing Kat waddle around the house, and he loves his son Jasper. And this dude is talking as if once his documentary comes out, he's gonna be back on the needles. He's gonna be back in the gutter.
responding to the toxicity, negativity, and the dumb shit people say about me. Why can't I just say, hey, let's talk about today and the future? 'Cause
Then
this-
why
all that
don't
shit's in the
you?
past.
This
I'm not-
dude, why don't you then? So many times, like any clip, he always just brings up the past. Oh, I used to be the number 4 Street Fighter player ever. Oh, you couldn't say this anymore because back then you could. Oh, blah blah blah. Why don't you just talk about what you're doing? Why don't you just fucking shut up?
I'm not, all that stuff. Just forget it all. You know what I'm saying?
Why have we gotten all these fucking pre-streams that all talk about your past then? Every pre-stream you've been getting since Kino Casino infiltrated the pig pen has been nothing but talking about the good old days.
Saying, but no, we've got to do it again. We're doing it again. We're going through it again, and everyone's gonna want to see me react to this documentary. Everyone.
And then DSP doesn't think this about Rich. Rich has been through the same shit in ways that DSP has. There's been so many videos about Rich and people trolling Rich, and Rich has to always explain shit to people. But now the internet's giving him a beating, I guess. Whatever.
It's like the biggest thing right now is that because I just did the Rich one, now everyone wants to see me react to my own.
You said you wanted to, though.
It's a lot. Let me put it this way.
He said he wanted to. I just love that he went from, I can't wait to see June's gonna be a fun event. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. And now he's acting as if like June's gonna kill him. And honestly, it's not gonna be that bad. I guarantee you, this documentary will come out and he's just gonna be, and he's gonna shrug it off. And nothing's gonna change. Because no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Like, dude, there's videos that June uploaded, and guess what? Those same people are still making videos. Pro Jared is still streaming. All these people still have their own communities and their own fames. And this dude acts as if this dude, like, has nobody. And then once this comes out, he'll have nobody afterwards. Dude, your audience went through worse shit, but now they're gonna like leave you because of June the King? I hope they do. I hope when that documentary drops, he gets proven right and he gets one viewer for the rest of his life. And he has to explain to Kat why no one's supporting him anymore. Because he deserves it. He wants it to happen. This dude is like fantasizing this happening. He sounds like he wants it to happen.
Put it this way, it's a lot of pressure, okay? And usually pressure's not a big deal for me. But in this case, it's going to be.
Again, this dude went through like swatting, correct? That could have gotten him killed. But this video is gonna kill him. Dude, there's been videos made about him that's worse. And this is like, whatever. Because honestly, if you listen to those recordings that Mr. Huffstuff uploaded, you're gonna see that this dude was just a big baller that was no bark. And that's all he's talking about. I just refuse to believe it's something else. I think it's those little recordings. Because those recordings, he was very animated. And that was, from what I believe, before YouTube in any meaningful way. So I think it's pretty clear that's what he's talking about. And people knew about it. Those who cared.
I'm tired of being beat up. I really am. Like, I'm getting too old for it now, where I don't care about it, so that's why I don't talk about it. But now I have to talk about it again.
Dude, you wanted to talk about it. This dude, like, he makes himself a victim and then bitches about being a victim. The worst kind. Again, whenever the Kino Casino LARP ends, he can't complain. He can't bitch about being a victim of people betraying him. If he thought that, well, they were glazing me up, man. Like, dude, fucking find some bleach.
Fucking time.
Why don't you start eating your Wolverine figure? Be part of Wolverine.
I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna man up and I'm gonna do it. But I know it's just gonna be so stressful, Plus, I'm gonna be playing new.
Imagine you're a surgeon. You're doing life-changing operation that could kill the patient, and it's like high tension. It's high stakes. You're like, dun, and this and that. You come home, you turn on this guy, and this guy's saying he's gonna be watching a video about him and stressing him the fuck out. You're gonna probably be radicalized. That's gonna be the moment where you're gonna realize this guy, I think I got the answer. And there you go.
New challenging video games, and
you're gonna recommend him Bleach.
And then have to come get beat up on my
that's the answer.
Every day.
It's a great show.
And yes,
especially
to be honest,
latest stuff.
I'm afraid. Why am I afraid?
Why are you afraid?
I now have a group of people who have newfound interest and respect for me. But
Oh yeah.
what's to say? I've learned over the years that kind of stuff is very fleeting.
Dude.
All right? At a moment's notice, something can happen.
If it's fleeting, then why the fuck are you like? Listen to this.
I know these kind of popularity is fleeting.
Okay, so you know it's fleeting. Guess what? You're bitching about it right now.
And boom. Now the popular thing is to crap on you, right? And so I look at this as a situation where now things are going well, but in just a couple of weeks when my own documentary comes out, it could completely flip on its head again.
What if it happens new, like right now, today? Like, you see how funny this is? If it happens now, oh, it's detractor seething, aren't they stupid, and this and that, and he like kind of brushes it off. But then when the documentary hits, it's like now it's troll time, I guess. Like, dude, again, he's saying this so that when nothing happens, he can like jump up and down how much like his life is better now. Like,
guys, I thought so. June the King's documentary came out. I was dreading it. I was like, oh no, and did anything happen? No, nothing happened. You know what that tells me? It tells me, guys, that I'm finally seen as a person again. For years, I was seen as a joke, but now people saw the documentary and instead of shitting on me, they're saying, wow, he made mistakes and look where he is now.
What? I guarantee you, that's what's gonna happen. Like, at this point, it's like you have to hope that the trolls are gonna all mobilize and like do something. But that's what's gonna happen. That's like the highest chance, like a 99% chance that's what's gonna happen. Because this dude says shit all the time. And then it's like, oh wow, man, it didn't go the way that this went. Or whatever. Because this dude loves drama.
You know, people see this documentary and there's something in it that really irks them the wrong way, and it's 4 hours, so it's going to be hard for you to not find something in the documentary that you hate about me, because it's 4 hours long. It's literally going to cover everything bad about me and my history.
Like what?
So there's going to be shit in there that pisses everybody off. I can't believe he did that. I never knew he did that. I'm out here. I can't watch him anymore. I'm so disgusted with this man.
He really wanted to do the I'm gonna get up and leave meme so bad. But I guarantee you he just realized, oh, it's gonna be hard to do it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Right? But it doesn't mean that that's representative of who I am, you know, now. But that doesn't mean anyone will care. But on the internet, everything's absolute. Everything's black and white. If you were bad once, you're bad
now. Oh my god, dude.
Right?
Fuck you! Like, dude, if that's the case, why are they feeling that now then, stupid? Secondly, he's saying it's such a bad thing that it's like black and white, but this dude literally was talking about Rich like it was black and white. Like, oh, this guy will never change. But then he did say he could, but he won't, but he has this one chip, fuck him, whatever.
You know, it's just very frustrating because I'm having such a good time now, but I can't fully enjoy it. I'm being honest with you guys right now. I'm trying to be like really open with you. I can't really fully enjoy this right now.
Why?
Because I have this eating feeling. What's eating Gilbert Grape, right? What's eating Adam?
What?
I have a feeling that the end of this month, this documentary is going to come out, and a lot of the people who are like, oh, this is great, are going to be like, wow, that guy actually was a piece of shit. Now it's fun to shit on Phil again. This was the ultimate redemption story, but it's even better now because the redemption story is canceled because his documentary is so bad.
What
Fuck
the
that guy.
fuck?
Let's shit on him again.
This like chain of logic is insane. You're telling me he will just upload that video be uploaded and then suddenly it's gonna like revive the SOK, I guess. That's, you know, like you always see like Evil Dead or any like horror movie, it's like these stupid kids in a cabin like do a chant, they open a book, they read something, and then suddenly demons come out and they fuck around and all this shit. That's how June the King's video is. He's gonna upload this video. It's gonna be like a very like weird thing, and it's gonna revive a dead group from the dead, and then they're gonna do shit again. And then it's a new evil that will be taken care of in like 7 years or whatever the fuck when Ash Williams picks up this chainsaw again.
And I don't want to deal with it. I don't, because I'll tell you right now, if that happens, all right,
I hope it happens.
I'm done.
At this
I'm not-
point, I'm begging it's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen. I guarantee nothing will happen. And then he's gonna like also make fun of the trolls who thought something was gonna happen, because this dude is a complete dumbass, brain dead child. Like, this is what happens when you leave your kid in a room full of new paint, and the kid is smelling all the fumes, and then he starts drinking the paint buckets, and then he's chugging on glue again, and that you get this. This is the cocktail of medication: paint, glue, and bleach when he was growing up. And look what happened.
Not going to be doing any kind of collabs or anything. And I'm not saying the Kino Casino guys are going to turn on me or anything. Who knows
Listen to this.
if that happens?
This is like really paranoid and like to a degree childish to be like to double down on being a hermit. Like, this dude really does act like a hermit. Like, he lived in his cave, that's all he knows, and then he goes out in the outside world and like he gets slighted in any which way, and it's like, I'm going back to my cave. Fuck this, fuck humanity, fuck people.
All right, I'm done. I'm not going to be doing any kind of collabs or anything.
And this is super meaningless to me. He has said this so many times that you might as well just put me to sleep. After the side scrollers,
I am done. I've learned my lesson. I'll never do this again, and I don't put my community in jeopardy.
next year. All right, guys, I'm hanging out with Kino Casino. And now, like, oh, if this documentary drops, that's it, I'm done. Yeah, sure you are, buddy.
And I'm not saying the Kino Casino guys are going to turn on me or anything. Who knows what's going to happen, right?
Who knows?
But I'm done with it.
I'm not saying they're going to turn on me. How do you know that they're not going to? They could. Anything could happen. And again, this dude went through betrayals and all this other shit. So wouldn't he be more, like, prepared for it and, like, just be like, yeah, whatever? No, instead, he's going to be like,
I guess I'm desensitized to it, guys, you know? It happens once, it happens twice.
and that's not really being desensitized to it. People who are desensitized to something don't bitch about the thing they're desensitized to. Like, come on.
I will shut myself off to the possibility of doing work with other people, and I'll just sit here and do my own content forever. Like a little
Just do his
hermit
own
on a fucking
content.
island. I don't care, because I've had enough of it.
Yeah, right.
I really have had enough of this bullshit.
I heard this
Of everyone
before.
shitting on me. And I'm not
More
gonna
people should
even
shit on him.
put up with it anymore. It's
Uh-huh,
gonna be a
sure.
flat out, I don't want to hear about anyone else, about other people's content, nothing. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
about what
right.
anyone said
Isn't it-
about me.
Again,
wanna-
this is shit that has happened before.
Don't tell me what other people said to me.
I mean, literally, Rich was dead to him. Dead to him. And now, this year, just rich. This is such a meaningless statement. Shut up.
I don't want to hear about this guy, that guy, nothing, right? Right now it's good because
Nothing.
everyone's saying good things about me.
Oh,
But it
yeah,
could
right,
change in
right
2
that
weeks.
high.
And if that's the case and we go back to the whole bullshit, and yeah, I know it's paranoia because people are saying in the chat, listen, that paranoia. Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly
Yeah.
the
I'm
description of it. A
paranoid.
good description is paranoia, but it's very well
Yeah, but,
justified.
like, it is justified. I'm a justified victim. Dude, like, come on. This is the shit I say all the time. When you see something, like, that you don't know how to respond to, like, you don't know if the person's being sarcastic, mean, or whatever, it's probably better to just, like, treat it with, like, either ignore it, or just be, like, kind sometimes, or just say lol. I don't know, just give a non-answer. Because it's less energy, and the other person's either gonna, like, continue or whatever, or you're gonna look worse if you answer badly. I mean, sure, it's case by case, I guess, but it's like half the time when I see people are just like, wow, you make a DSP video? Wow, you suck. I'm like, oh, so what video should I make? And then they say, well, and then if they keep going, I just keep going and say, oh, okay, I could try that. Like, I just try to vibe with whatever, because it's like, it's kind of funny to sometimes see, like, their chain of logic, and then just like, oh yeah, I suck, okay, like, why do I suck? Okay, I do suck, okay, you're right, okay. And I see what happens. Like, because it's better than just being like, no, you're stupid!
idiot. Like, this is my channel, idiot. Like, okay.
Paranoia. This has happened to
Whatever.
me many times. You understand? And so, will this be time number 10?
Again,
When
if he's desensitized to this, then why is he like freaking out about this? He could just like, hey, if they turn me, whatever. But he never does because he always cares. This dude just says this just in hopes that people won't say shit because they'll be defeated and like, oh, he already knows. Okay, I'm not gonna bring it up. But he's gonna get mad again.
When I try to trust people, when I try to open up
Dude,
to do new things.
You know that he's letting editors like log into his channels and approve comments and upload videos and all this other stuff and add emotes. Like, don't you think that's kind of crazy trust? No, I don't think it. It might be a YouTube setting, honestly, because I don't necessarily think he would give them the login. I think that's a little too insane to think of. But I do think you could give other channels permission to do stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I would probably have to look into that, but I think you can. But regardless, that's still a level of trust you have in people that can just upload anything. Like, what if they upload fucking hateful content? Like, what if one of your editors that you're not paying, by the way, decides fuck this guy, and then he starts uploading like fucking porn on DSP Reacts? Like, you're gonna see one day you're going to go to DSP Reacts channel, like, oh, I'm gonna see a DSP versus the internet thing, and then you see all the videos are porn. What's he gonna do then?
New things, and then all of a sudden it just blows up in my fucking face for the millionth time. Bill's a piece of shit. Everyone crap on him, crap on his business, crap on his family, crap on everything. I can't take it anymore. So that'll be it. If that's actually what happens as a result of this documentary,
Like, that would be it, even though he went through that before, supposedly. Like, that's insane. This dude is like just trying to have a pity party. And then when it happens, nothing's gonna happen.
I'm not quitting content.
Again, this is the same guy that like told his audience that, guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do next year, guys. I'm not making a lot of money, guys. I don't know what's gonna happen. Then in a weekend preview in January that year, he says, so I got a YouTube chicken. Didn't seem that bad, guys. I guess I overreacted.
Content. I'm just not going to be doing anything outside of just making content for me and my little core audience. That'll be it. Right now I'm enjoying branching out. I'm enjoying being on their show, having them on my show, I started clipping my content. I'm trying to be different, right? I'm trying to be
different.
I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I can't. You
He's
reach your limit. Everyone
down.
has a limit, right? Everyone has a limit.
Oh, shut up.
And that's my limit. If this is it, if it turns into the
How is that your limit? It's like the same
4,722,
shit you've been through.
That's going to be the last shit show. Because I'm not going to.
Oh my god, this is like cringe.
Fuck with.
Because this is meaningless.
But that's
this is completely meaningless. I'm looking forward to the fucking podcast where it's gonna be smug about how nothing happened, and then it's gonna be like, wow, this guy is like, and then he's gonna. I guarantee he might say. I mean, I'm not gonna guarantee this. I take that back, guys. But I feel he's gonna say that this was an experiment and all this shit, and then he's gonna say some bullshit like, I proved everyone wrong and I'm indestructible, I can outlast anything, or some dumb shit. Because this dude is like a fucking cornball that deserves all the bleach you can give him.
Feeling right now, like, I really am enjoying the ride, but I'm worried that it's all gonna change.
This
in
is the
2
ride
weeks.
to hell.
So I basically had 1 month to be happy with how things were going, and then it's right back to being,
oh my god,
the internet's whipping boy.
Dude, like, it's really like he wants to be. I hope this happens. It sounds like he wants it to happen.
My chest.
I hope
Anyway,
it does happen for him.
The react went really well. We definitely,
Is there
me and those
more? I think
casino
there's
guys have a
more.
chemistry. We do, and it's
Oh,
weird
yeah,
because
there's
we never
definitely
had
more.
even spoken with each other.
We
until
have a chemistry. Dude, the chemistry was not that robust. Look at the chemistry.
one night only. I present to you the briefcase. What's in the briefcase?
Watch the case.
Well, it fell.
It's
Hold
like-
on.
It's just them being like happy and then like saying, wow, Phil, you're so cool.
The Review Tech documentary by June the King. We're gonna see the times in history
That's
that
all it
Rich
is. Like,
screwed up, and every time he made a mistake, oops, he's gonna lose some chips. At
This
what
is the
point will Rich
chemistry.
be felted? Let's find out here live tonight on DSP React.
Now, because right now it's time, right?
Just-
They gotta
We
be-
start.
Just us
They
being
got-
on stream.
just being
That's
on-
true.
It's just them just shitting on Rich. That's the chemistry. And then you go to the other one, and it's just them being like, "All right, Phil, this is Ethan Ralph. Get a load of this guy." Okay, Nick Riccietta, he like did drugs. Phil, look at this. Look at this guy. He licked a dude's ear. What do you think of that? That's the chemistry. That's the chemistry they have.
Until last Tuesday, not even a week ago, right? And then all of a sudden, we just realized we kind of work. We work off of each other. We react to each other very well.
This is so fucking lame.
And I feel like each one of us has intelligent, interesting things
oh my god,
to say.
Jesus.
We have chemistry, bounce off each other. You're very well, man.
Yeah, this is what everyone says when they guest star. Oh my god.
A conversation that are different takes and different perspectives, right? And I think that's
Like
really
I can
good.
understand. I can understand. Like you may go on someone else's show, and you may be nervous, and you may not like feel comfortable, and then you may go on it again, and then you start feeling more comfortable. You're like, oh, I feel much better in that video than the other one because I feel a little more comfortable talking with them and all this other stuff. Like that's completely different than just like, guys, we have chemistry, we were bonding. I know they don't love me, but like we were bonding. Okay.
That it makes
is
it
what it
better
is.
content, right?
Oh, yes.
Everyone was saying that it's working, and if anything, what's happening is because I've been working with those guys, people are like, oh, so Phil isn't just some weird space alien who can't interact with people. No, actually,
Dude, he can't interact with them. Like, dude, it's nothing but awkwardness from him. And him just trying to fit in. He's literally the poser. He doesn't know anything about iDubbbz, but he knows enough to call him a cuck and join in on shitting on him. Doesn't understand anything, has no opinion on it, in any real opinion, in my opinion. Because, like, again, does he have any takes? And do you think he's gonna be a little more critical about the OnlyFans stuff? Like, because I've seen people, completely shit on iDubbbz for this OnlyFans thing, but you can also have the hot take of like, what if he doesn't care? And he's like, ah, man, if she just wants to like send pictures, because that's, as far as I know, all she's doing is just sending pictures of herself. Like, okay, like, and you don't have to agree with that, but iDubbbz is fine with it, so why should anyone be bothered by it? So that could be one take, but you think Deez is gonna be bothered enough to have a take like that? Probably not, because so far he's watching watching that with them, and he's just kind of like, yeah, man, yeah, like just going with whatever they're saying, because he has no independent thought. The Rich thing was the only thing you got close to DSP having his own opinion, but it's meaningless because he still removed chips and he still vibed with them shitting on him, and all he said was, we should not talk about his family, which is like lowball things to say. Like anyone would say that. And this dude is bragging about having chemistry with them. This dude's a poser. Like, he's really the kid that sits at the popular table and just tries to mimic the popular kid so he doesn't get ostracized.
I'm good at interacting with people. Guys, I used to lead projects at my old jobs. Like, I was the one who was leading.
He says this, but the thing is, those kind of skills can go away if you don't, like, do it long enough. Like, shit just happens. And this dude is saying, I used to lead stuff. Okay, but why are you forgetting words? Why are you having difficulty expressing yourself? And this dude, like, talks to his audience like they're fucking stupid. Okay.
Continuous improvement projects. I was running entire events. I was very good at public speaking. Like, I'd be
So,
in front
whatever.
of the entire company
Whatever.
giving a speech about what we're doing in our projects and shit like that. This is something I used to do all the time. Having this personable, way of going about things. I was good at conversation. It's just
Yeah,
that
but that can
people took
also
that
go
from
away.
me. Again, when they
Like, if
turned
you're
it
not
into
honing it, it's gonna go
the laughing
nothing.
stock of the internet. They took that ability away from me to make.
Wait, what?
It's just that people took that away from me. Again, when they turned me into, the laugh.
How do they take it away from you? If you have charisma, stupid, you can turn anything like for you. You're just not charismatic. You don't have the charm.
Laughing stock of the internet. They took that ability away from me to make that kind of content with other people. No one wants to do anything with Phil
Because of your
everyone thinks Phil's an asshole.
attitude.
So
Because
I think
of your
now it's-
behavior. Why do you think people don't take you seriously, stupid? Like, come on.
what's happening is, now that you actually see me,
Why does everything have to be an external factor for him? Everything for everyone to start seeing that he has a point. Something external has to happen. Kino Casino has to decide that we're gonna glaze the fuck out of Phil for him to feel this way. Why can't he just put that energy out there and start like just being chill? But instead he just rants and raves and like yells at his chat. Like, he yelled at King B. Cruel over calling him cringe, dude.
we interact with other people, you're oh, wait a minute. Actually, he's not
Well,
that
like,
bad.
and then like when someone else in his chat says that his brother died, he instead of just like realizing this may not be the time to question the authenticity of a claim, and I should just say, oh, that sucks, man, and try to understand what he was saying. Like, I know a lot of people have like a lot of takes about it, but at the end of the day, DSP deserves what you got from that, because the lesson should never be you should always question people's statements. You should just say like, hey, if someone's saying someone died, it's better to just take them at their word, and then if they're lying, hey, they're lying. But you're not going to be the one that's going to face backlash for that. The person who lied is going to face backlash eventually. That's going to happen. But if the person's telling the truth, what does that make you when you assume that they're lying? Like, dude, come on. Like, you just have bad people skills. Because he doesn't view his chat as people. He has told when he was going on rants about how he was never going to comb his hair and do all this other stuff, is that, or shave, was because he doesn't view his chat as real people. Why would he shave? It's not like you guys are real. And of course he means like, they're not in the room with him, but they're watching his streams and he looks like a bum, but he doesn't care because he doesn't take them seriously. That's why on his own stupid ass streams he's burping, belching, picking his face, shoving his fingers all over his eyes, nose, and mouth, and all this other shit. All of that because he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about his actual viewers because he doesn't see them as people. And this dude is saying he's a people person.
That bad. In fact, he's not bad at all. I think he's actually pretty entertaining. We just never give him a chance, right?
This guy doesn't give anyone else a chance. People were telling him, like, he didn't give Ninja a chance. He didn't give PewDiePie a chance. He didn't give Markiplier a chance. He didn't give anyone a chance. He wrote them off. He did not give Cyberpunk a second chance. He didn't give anything else a chance. Okay.
Right?
Right?
So I'm happy for that. And again, 4 hours of us, yes, we're razzing Rich, but here's the thing. I want people to understand, because people are probably going to be like, well, I don't understand. Phil says doesn't do drama content because he says it's harmful. I literally say right up front, at the beginning of this big React event, our opinions are of our own individual minds. So if Ashton says something, if Andy says something, if I say something, it's our own opinion.
This dude is so dented. Like, dude, people who make the drama content could say the same fucking stupid shit of like, this is my opinion. Because guess what, dum-dum? They probably assume the viewer knows that. The problem, when people complain about like, videos mobilizing people or whatever, it's not that these people are portraying it as fact. They're saying an opinion, but they're not like, but they may not like vet what they're saying. They may base their opinion off of wrong information or fault or whatever. Or whatever. Like, all this stuff is very nuanced that DSP is not ready to handle because DSP is a fucking dumbass. But this dude is sitting there saying, well, my content's not harmful because I said it's an opinion. But this is the same guy that says that when reviewers say it's their opinion, bro, that they're being pussies and little bitches hiding behind their opinion. Yet this guy did drama content he said is negative and toxic and saying it's his opinion. But I guarantee you, the Side Scroll said it's their opinion, dude. He would say that's bullshit and that's a cop-out. Really, dude? Really?
Do not put that on other people. Do not project that onto the other people on the show, because that's not fair.
And the thing is that I didn't cover this video thing, but I said it on Twitter. But he says on the in that discretion, oh, don't do the bullshit where you say, oh, you had this guy, he said this, you had him on his stream. Don't do that shit. We don't speak for each other. That kind of stuff. Like, sure, you could say that, and that does have weight. Like, yeah, say that you may not support all their views, whatever. But the reason why people bring up, like, hey, you brought this guy on, because the issue is that you're giving a platform to a person that may not have the most beneficial message to people to have. Like, if people gave a platform to Hitler, do you think that's a good idea? Like, you're giving a dude that caused a lot of, like, war crimes a platform to talk. Like, I mean, that's an extreme example. I'll be fair and say that's an extreme example, but you know what I mean. Like, there are people who have problematic opinions that, you probably don't want to be spread around, and then you have them on their show, and that may not, you may be signal boosting something that may not be good for everyone, or whatever the fuck. That kind of stuff. Which is why you see people have outrage and this, and that's what that's kind of how cancel culture started, if you think about it, dude. But yeah, if you want someone on and you don't agree with their views, fine. Say that you don't agree with them, that's fine. And if it's like a meaningful interview, that's like the point. Whatever. Like, it's just this kind of shit. There's nothing wrong innately with him having that discretion. I just think him just having it is just him to have a little bullshit defense. Because again, with DSP, this is the dude that said his depression caused him to say that State 2 that people who play State 2 are shills. The whole thing was his depression, to then say that people who got mad are bitches, and then him saying that he said that so that people would leave him alone. Like, him saying that, oh, the discretion is empty, it's an empty statement, an empty gesture, because this dude, I have no good faith in him. This dude operates on nothing but bad faith, because he expects you to give him the benefit of the doubt no matter what, and he'll just betray that benefit anyway. So why the fuck am I gonna say, oh, he said that discretion, so yeah, I'm gonna give him, fuck that. This dude is a piece of shit. Like, DSP is such a shitty person. I wouldn't give him any slack, in my opinion.
Number two, do not take the fun that we're having on the show, the razzing of Rich, and turn it into this hate campaign against the man where you're trying to go out and destroy.
Like, again, why, like, I mean, I keep seeing about the Etika stuff that people are saying, well, Etika's parents said don't blame Keemstar or Drama Alert for what happened to him. And it's like, that's kind of why. Like, as I said, like, I don't think that these videos that were just, like, showing all this about Etika helped him mentally, but it's not the videos that caused it. It's a lot of other, like, factors and other stuff that happened. So it's like, it's hard to point the finger at one particular thing, because with suicide, it's never simple. It's not one thing that causes it. So there you go, man. But this dude just say this shit, man. Just
him
shit.
and his family and his business. Don't do that, because I've been through that myself. I know how horrible that feeling is when people are crazy like that. And I don't wish that upon anyone. And I want Rich to actually recover and do better for his life rather than continue to sink in a downfall. And I said right up front, before we even start, this has to be clear. Don't be scumbags to people on the internet because you saw a video about someone making fun of them. Okay? So I hope people take that part, because that's not the intention.
Remember that this dude said it's his turn, and like time for him to go through hell or whatever the fuck. Okay.
That was me venting for 10 years of abuse that I took from that man.
10 years of abuse. 10 years of abuse, dude. Did Rich even talk to him that long? I don't think he did. I think because I just remember in 2015, because that was like around the time I started making videos. That was like the one time I started noticing Rich talk about DSP a lot. So, well, I guess it is 10 years. Oh my God. It's like 9 years, most likely. Jesus Christ, man. Time flies. But this dude sits there and it's like, dude, I've been abused by him for so long. And you look at the abuse, DSP views are low. Guys, he fapped, lol. And I can't support mobile game addicts. So, like, that's it. Which is like what everyone else does to him. and that's abuse. Again, this is the dude that when the not Toby Turner, the pro Jared shit was going on, DSP attached himself to that. All these people were having these big accusations and all this stuff, and DSP attached him to that. Regardless of where these accusations went, at the end of the day, like, DSP attached himself to that. And you look at what happened to him. These people were saying all this fucked up shit was going on. DSP, pro Jared said I was stupid. Like, not very equivalent. Like, I think the people who got those pictures of pro Jared in the Sailor Moon outfit have more reason to be like upset and like traumatized than DSP being called stupid. You know what I mean?
Literally would do content about me and not say those things. He would go on his stream and be like, "Oh, Darkside Phil's business is failing. Look, he had a dip in views this month." And everyone's making fun of him on the internet. So now what happens is they watch that content that
Dude, people were saying that anyway. They were saying he was low on like views, whatever.
Rich did. And
And even he said that.
now they believe that that's true. And now everyone's, "Oh, well, that guy's a loser. DSP's a loser.
He is a
DSP's a
loser.
fucking asshole. His business is failing."
This is
None of that's
loser
true,
mentality.
But he said it, and so everyone believes it. Now, is that good-natured razzing? No.
No.
That's actually ill-intentioned, and he benefits if I further fall because then he has another video to make.
Yeah, calling Cat
see,
fat is
I don't
fine,
have any
unless you're
follow-up
doing
videos
it,
on Rich.
right?
I have no follow-up content on Rich. I will not make any. Now, if I appear on Kino Casino and they're talking about Rich, that's different.
Dude,
I
this
have
is
no
so lame. He has talked about Rich for years. Like, that's factually not true. He talked to him on podcasts. He even demanded an apology from him. And then banned him. And then did a podcast saying he's dead to him. And then since then, he's just been talking to him nonstop. He used his, like, daughter that was in the hospital as a way to get, like, Rich to be kind to him. Does that sound like a cool person? Is that what a cool person does? I don't think so.
No follow-up videos to make on that man. I said my piece. We're done with it. I'm moving on. Okay? And that's it. That's the kind of guy I am, right? I'm just not dealing
God.
with this kind of nonsense in my own content. That's to be for special things. That's to be for if I appear on another show. That's not for my own stuff. You're not going to see me sit here and do drama content all day. That's not me. That's
He
not the kind
talks
of guy
about
I
drama
am. So if that's
content
what
on
you're
his
here for,
podcast anyway.
FYI, you're in the wrong spot because you're not going to
Whatever.
get that kind of content on my channel. But that's that, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's on demand right now, and I'm going to be clipping it over the course of the week over on the DSP Reacts channel. So you'll have some nice highlights that'll be popping up that I hope you'll be able to enjoy and maybe like seek out other parts of the documentary you like in between there and everything. All right. So, there you go. All right.
There you go. All right.
The court says you and Rich have gone back and forth in videos for years. No, we haven't. I've literally never watched a video from Rich.
Oh my God. Are you serious right now? No, we haven't. Dude. It's not that Rich uploads videos and you make a video about that. You just make a video discussing what Rich's done to you. Whatever.
I don't watch his shit. People will come into my chat and say something, or he'll come into my chat. He'll literally show up during the stream and start talking or super chatting bullshit to derail my stream.
So you're having a back and forth then. That's what a back and forth is, stupid. And the thing is, he would just laugh and be like, okay, yeah, wow. And the stuff that Rich will like super chat is like the same shit that Lord Prince Albert would super chat, but more brain dead. Like Lord Prince Albert on mega super duper doses of bleach, pretty much. Like if that's what happened to him, that's the kind of humor Rich was having. Like, Phil, you ever tasted a pickle in your butt before? And then he'd be like,
Wow, what insightful commentary, Rich. Oh, thank you. I always want to talk about pickles.
you know, like it's just dumb shit like that all the time. Come on.
That's how I've had interaction with him. I don't watch Rich's stuff. I never have. I don't sit here and just talk about him in my videos. It's quite the contrary. He talks about me constantly in his content, and people want to know what I think about it. I'm like, what am I supposed to think? I don't watch the guy. I don't know what the fuck his problem is, right?
But he knew that Kat was crying because Rich had a picture of
Anyway,
DSP's fapping. Like, I
Enjoy.
can't believe he
I really
I
enjoyed
to
doing it.
this
Now,
day, I can't believe he told us that Kat was crying because of that. That is insane to me. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe he said that. and he's like, you know,
What about the future? What does the future hold? We're back to normal content. Let me go. We're gonna go through the schedule and everything, for 3 days, and then basically, here's the deal.
here's the deal.
Now that all this is going down, there is really
What's
strong
next?
interest.
What's
I know
next?
this is silly.
I know this
I
is
think it's
silly.
silly. Maybe other people don't think it's silly,
Oh,
and they think that
okay.
it's important stuff or whatever. But for me, right? Like I
Right.
think it's silly that
Oh, my
now
God.
people realize like I'm human or something, okay? And
No
because
way.
they think I'm human again, I guess I don't know why people didn't think I was human
Oh,
for
I
a
think
long time there. I don't get it.
I don't get
Right?
it.
But now that Phil's a human, we want Phil to interact with other people, right?
This dude just said in the beginning that no one is giving him a chance. You know, now people are willing to interact. He can interact with people and this and that. This is fun. Blah 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 blah. And this is about the Medicare interview, and DSP's acting so fucking awkward about it. Like, so apparently they think that I'm human now, and they think that I can interact with other people. You just told us you could. What?
And it's like,
Oh my god! What? Come
to
on.
us, someone is claiming that they summarized how much I made. Apparently, people are
Yeah.
saying something like $3,000 in super chats I made yesterday.
Oh, we
I-
stopped what we're talking about to talk
would
about
believe
money.
that. I have no evidence of that yet because it all got fucked up. But
Yeah, sure, buddy. Funny how that gets crashed so easy. Apparently, if you get a lot of money, they can't report it.
anyway, what we're getting
Anyway,
at here
all
is
right,
people now seem to want to have me interact with other people
okay,
who
yeah,
I've never interacted with before.
all right.
Would I do that?
Would I
feel
do
like I would
that?
do it in an environment where it's like a
This dude wanted to do an interview series, by the way, and then and look at how fast he clammed up. He went from, yeah, I talk to people. Yeah, me and Kino Casino are buds. Yeah, we have fun. They don't love me, but we are cool together. We love each. I mean, we are friends. I mean, we are cool together. Okay, we bounce off each other, and we have chemistry. Unlike our dumb fuck trolls. And now he's like, people want to talk to me? Well, I'd be okay with that. You know, like, I guess it could be good. It may not hurt talking to people.
a mediated environment. Like for example, this guy
It needs to
Medicare,
be a mediated environment because he's talking about Medicare. Because this dude, like, was yelling at us saying, "Oh, Medicare is like super duper racist because he said the N word in a video and all this other shit. Like he's a mega edgelord and all that, blah 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 blah." And DSP's, by the way, there's like just something bothering my collar. That's what's like itchy. Okay, jeez. So he's saying all this stuff because he doesn't want to be on an interview where the guy's gonna like say racist stuff. I guess that's why he needs to be mediated. We need to control Medicare. We need like Medicare to be like need to calm down. We can't have him go crazy. Okay.
or whatever. I know nothing about him besides the fact that people have said he's made really, really, really nasty content about me over the years. Okay, now you might say, well, who has? Everyone's made really nasty content about Dark Side
Okay.
Phil, and they've all profited from it. While Phil has no idea
I
who they
remember
are.
back when he was in the Mike Klum documentary, he was like bouncing up and down over the idea of like the trolls would say something and he gets to fire back. He gets to respond to this stuff. He was so, and he never really made it clear if it would be like the trolls would record stuff and then like he would just respond to the recording, or if they would be there in like live and they would talk one-on-one or something. But he kept bragging how, oh, the trolls, they'll have their piece, and then I get to respond for the first time ever. Like, he was, like, bragging about it. And I was like, well, this guy doesn't like me, apparently, and he wants to talk to me. I don't know. I don't want to get hurt. And it's like, dude, you... What?
That's a very true statement. Okay, But I don't know anything about the guy, but everyone seems to be freaking out about it. That if I go on a show with this guy, that it's going to benefit everyone. It's going to benefit him. It's going to benefit me. It's going to benefit the casino guys. Everyone's going to like love this. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of wonder if this is flying too close to the sun in DSP land, because I feel like this LARP would have gone on longer. Because now I'm wondering, is DSP gonna slowly start to back out of playing with the casino because of Medicare? I just wonder if he's gonna slowly start to like, I'm busy, man. I can't do casino, man. I'm too busy, man. And then like it's gonna then people are like, where are the guys? And he's like, oh, I just don't want to talk to them anymore, man. That, or he's gonna keep doing it until they drop the act, and then he's gonna be, see, I knew they were trolls.
I don't get it.
Because I wonder if the Medicare shit gave him some red flags. Like, he was on that and they brought him up, and I wonder if that got him like, oh fuck, this could be another scheme. And then he's like, well, I'm not gonna back out now. I'm gonna use this to my advantage because they've been giving me money. So I'm just gonna like play along and then like see what happens. And it might explain why he acts so weird about Kino Casino, if you think about it.
Because I don't know the guy. Literally, if I talk to this man, I'll be like, hi. It's like I'm talking to a stranger off of the street because I know nothing about you at all.
That's like your trolls,
By the way,
though.
Nor do I choose or have any interest in researching people
Oh my god.
who've been talking about me for years. I don't care. You know what?
But he researched Tevin, though. He knew he vaped. I don't know if he still does, but whatever. He knew that he's charismatic and that he should do his own stuff. And he knew all this stuff about him. And then he also bragged in the past, like this year even, that he knows what we're doing because you have people telling him what we do. That's not you having some form of research done? Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I am not a big deal. I'm sorry to say, I am not a big
And then,
deal.
he says this, but he says that everything's documented. He's like, oh, my fights with Raw Phil are fucking documented. But how do you know that? How does he know that there's all this research about Raw Phil matching him in Street Fighter 6? Huh?
Deal. People think I am. I never will believe that I am. In any way, shape, or form will I ever believe that I'm anything important, that I should be a hot topic. I'm just a dude who sits here and talks to an audience of a few hundred people every day, and I play video games. That's it. I'm just a normal guy that lucked into having internet celebrity and now internet infamy, and now whatever it is you want to call it's been happening in the last 2 weeks. You know, I don't even know what you would call it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But
dude, this shirt, I don't know why I like this shirt, but like
I don't know.
I can't find anything
what
that's
this would
poking
mean,
my
but it sounds like
fucking
this is the
neck.
next thing. Okay, I think what's happening is the casino guys are trying to make it happen. Like this is some kind of a dream scenario, the ultimate crossover, DSP and Medicare.
Oh my god, dude! Because like this dude always says he wants to be like interviewed. People should talk to him, come to him to get information. Medicare's like, I want to talk to Phil, man. And then like the thing is, like, he's a dude on the internet. DSP is a dude on the internet that has like an audience. And like, I just think it's so funny. He's like, well, I don't know, man. I'm just a guy, man. Yeah. Who gets like what? How many views does this podcast have since today? 1,400 views. Like, don't you think that maybe that's why Medicare wants to talk to you? You have like 14 eyes and 212,000 subs. That's why he wants to talk to you? Okay.
If you say so, because I don't get it, you know, and that's not I should be trying to be talking shit. I'm definitely not. I just don't get it at all. You saw
this dude. He made a tweet last night that said like, "Oh, I'll be down to talk to you, Mr. Medicare, if that's what you want," or something. Like he made it sound very dismissive. Like this attitude is so annoying. Of like, I'm just a little guy. Why does he want to talk to me? Like it's really like he gets a letter in the mail, or no, that's dumb. it's like the police show up and they're like, hey, we just have some questions to ask you. And they go, where are the cops here? Like, I'm just nobody. I didn't do anything. I'm just here, man. I don't know. Why are the cops here? Why are the police here? Why? Like, I didn't do anything. Why do they want to talk to me so badly? Why do they want me to go to the station? Is this a sting operation? I don't know. Like, I'm just a guy. I just go to work. I just come home. What am I doing? What are they doing to me? Why do they want me to go to where to the station? What's going on here? Like, you look far more sus that way. And this dude is like freaking out because just another dude was like, hey, can I interview you? And meanwhile, you know what? Let's even be more petty about this. Okay, let's get there. Let's go. Let's fucking go. This dude, when he had that stupid ass fucking dream of being interviewed, he got offers, and he's like, I got offers from these other channels. They're small, man. They're tiny. I want someone with big reach. I want someone with big reach to do an interview with me. And now a dude that's like, I don't know Medicare's reach, to be honest. But of Medicare's reach is reaching out to Phil, and he's like, I don't know anyone wants to talk to me, man. I don't know. But all these random channels that went to him to get interviews, oh, they're too tiny for me. Oh, they don't have the reach that I'm looking for. What is that supposed to mean? Like, when he wants attention, he's Big Baller Phil. He's a big dog. Respect his name. When someone like that he doesn't like wants to talk to him, he's just a little guy. He's a little baby. Why do you want to talk to a baby, man? Why do you want to talk to him? He's just there minding his business, man. Why do you want him to talk to Medicare so bad? It's like, dude, if you don't want to talk to Medicare because you don't think it's gonna be beneficial or whatever, then be honest. This dude just can't say no. It's like it is like humanly impossible for him to just turn something down. Like, he, as much as he wants to bring up Keem and how he turned Keem down, he didn't. Go back and look at all the stuff that happened. He never once said no. Directly. He kept teasing him and dragging him around. But yet, Medicare wants to talk to him, and it's like, why does he want to talk to me? Why does he want to talk to me? Keem was like, I'm just a person, Keem. Just email me like a normal person. This dude is so flimsy because he wants the other person to like be annoyed to the point where they'll give up. That's how DSP works. And it's like, if you're dedicated, it'll just go in many different ways. But like, this dude is such a little bitch. He gets a slate of attention from any channel and he'll change his demeanor depending on who you are. Because this dude can't just say no. He can't possibly just tell Kino Casino or anyone, I don't want to do an interview with Mr. Medicare because he has problematic content and I don't agree with his views and I don't want his views or I don't want his audience to seep into mine. I mean, he could even say that, even though like his audience is pretty much in DSP's audience as it is. But like, he could just say, I don't want to do a video with him. But this dude also like walked into the whammy of him saying when he was with Kino Casino, the Rich documentary, oh, this is don't lump me in, like we don't speak for each other, blah blah blah. Why can't you just have that mentality going with Mr. Medicare? Why would that be ignored? But again, that's why like that statement from DSP himself is a meaningless statement and means nothing coming from him. Because this dude just says shit just so they can fit what he wants you to believe. What? Oh my god. This dude is so lame. Why do people hate him?
Saw when I was on the Kino Casino show how I was the straight man having absolutely no concept of what we were watching. We were watching Ethan Ralph and Nick Brikita and all that shit, and I didn't know what the fuck we were watching. I was like, what could this possibly be? This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. It's like mind-blowing. Like I went to a trip to fucking Pluto, and the Plutonians are walking around with fucking flopping tentacle arms and shit in front of me. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm seeing.
Like,
that's
are
my
you
reaction
kidding
to that
me
shit, 'cause I don't know
though?
what it is. I'm not
Okay, let's just think for a second what they showed him. They showed Ethan Ralph, who was going through a divorce. He was drunk. He did a stream, which is like not a good combination, by the way. And he starts saying dumb shit. And like, look what he's saying. Isn't this stupid? he saw Nick Wakita doing stupid shit. And this dude is acting as if, like, he saw something, like, mind-blowing. Like, dude, people do dumb shit, and he watched so many clips on his fucking React channel of stuff that's stupid. And he's sitting there acting as if what they're doing is, like, insane. Like, come on. Like, I don't know much about Ethan Ralph, so I don't know how bad his situation is. I just know he tried to get involved with the Christian stuff, so that's one thing. And then he got into, like, a fight, I guess. I don't remember that. I mean, I just remember he got, like, knocked out or some shit. And then Nick Wakita, I know he got, like, drugs, he got arrested and all this stuff. And of course, that's, like, the worst of it. So I don't want to say, like, probably want to say, like, oh, Nick Wakita did worse stuff than Ethan Ralph, but I don't know enough about Ethan Ralph to even, like, make that kind of judgment call. But, like, people just do shit. Like, you know, like, come on.
That part of the internet, okay? And then we're watching this review tech documentary, right? And as we're watching it, again, I don't actually know the history of review tech. So
he's watching a documentary because he's interested in the industry of review tech. I mean, I guess he's talking about before watching it, so never mind.
the Kino Casino guys know all of it. I don't know any of it. So I'm just sitting there absorbing and learning. And I think that's what people are liking about this, is I'm the outside guy. You know what I'm saying?
So but what does that have to do with talking to Mr. Medicare, though? Like, these are different things. Like, this really sounds like he just doesn't want to have an interview with these people, so he's trying to construct a thing where it's like, look, I'm not doing this because I just want to react to videos. I don't need an interview. But again, he could just say no. Why doesn't he say no? Is he afraid that Kino Casino is gonna, like, this dude gets peer pressured so easily? You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably why he's saying yes. Think about it. He's on the Kino Casino. They bring him up. He's like, well, instead of just saying no, you go to any of his clips where his chat asks, no. These two guys ask him on their stream, will he talk to Mr. Meg?
You know, I don't know. I don't know who he is. Maybe I don't have to think about it.
Like, it's like, this is like really fake behavior. Like, that's what you say when you don't want to say no, but you also don't want to be peer pressured into doing something. And then people are just gonna be like, fucking do it, bitch. Like, just say no. Like, it is so funny to me. I feel like half of the reason, like that PSA about drugs, like, just say no, like, could probably be used about anything in life. Because that's half of the problem with peer pressure. But if you want to do it, fucking do it. I don't know. But if you don't want to do it, just say no. But this dude will just sit there and be like, so he said maybe. And of course, it would look completely silly to say no now. The thing has been raised so much. Again, why doesn't he just say no? And if they keep saying, oh, I think you should, it's like, say no. Or just say, well, if he wants to do it, I'll play Street Fighter with him. Or I'll do something else. I just don't want to, like, do an interview with him. Like, there's so many ways he could handle it, but he can't, because this dude is weak. He's weak. He's a weak man.
all I have to say is I'm totally open to it, and it seems like that's the next thing that they think would be interesting content for me to kind of appear, I guess, on their show and to have Medicare as a guest.
At this point, if I was doing this to Phil, gassing him up and all this stuff, I would slowly start having him do more and more, like, crazy things. Like, I would up the ante each time and say, like, okay, Phil, I'm gonna, and just see what you could get away with. See how much he's willing to be peer pressured into doing before he grows a spine. And that might be what's going on. Maybe that's what's happening.
And have a conversation. I don't even know what the conversation would be about. I'm lost.
Then, okay.
I'm totally lost. I don't know what his interest is in me at all. This is so weird to me. You know what I mean? Because I just don't get it.
Does he, like, not know he's a detractor?
I guess we'll see, and I guess that's what we work on. I don't know if and when it will even come together. All right. But, you know, I'm open to it.
There is a slight update, though, about it. I think Mr. Medicare said on Twitter that, like, something bad happened with him. Like he's going through something, and he's gonna be like out of commission for a while. Something like that. I saw it in passing, but it was something like that. So, like a medical reason happened. Like a medical thing happened, and that's why. I don't know if it's a medical emergency necessarily, but
because a lot of people actually were like, I can't believe Phil canceled one of his night streams.
I don't know how to say it.
Right? I can't believe he canceled one of his night streams to be on Kino Casino.
You know what I mean?
I can't believe he did a whole react to Rich. Like, this is not his normal content. He has to work so much. Well, did you see how well things have been going? Obviously. You know, I went on Kino Casino the next few days. Boom. All the Kino Casino guys are over here supporting my content.
And you know, it's very funny that this is happening during the downtime, correct? Because when the new games come out, he's probably gonna just not do this and say that this was just to fill the dead time. So again, like, this is like the risk of glazing up the king. You'll either be used as just a thing to fill dead time and then be tossed aside, or you know, or you may get some gold dust. Who knows?
Last night I do this react, boom, I get insane amount of support. If I can get support, then I can do things outside of the box. Do you understand? I don't have to be 6 days.
He did the side scrollers interview during, like, you know, a time that he wasn't, like, he didn't get this amount of money, by the way.
A week grinding away with the non-stop streams on my channel. I can do different content as long as I get supported.
Again, he said that this was a dead time in gaming. Like, literally, that's why he said it. Isn't it funny that during the dead time in gaming, he was able to do Kino Casino? Interesting, huh?
The deal. I have to work as much as I do because I need to work that much to make as much as I make to pay my bills. But now things are looking good, so I can do different content. I have no qualms with going on a night show over there on Kino Casino with Medicare on it, and we do whatever. Because I don't even know what the hell it would
Again,
be.
the day when he did Kino Casino, he was like saying, guys, I'm not streaming tonight, so please support the streams, guys. I'm not streaming tonight. Like, come on.
Really have no idea. All right? But it would be, for me, just to make this clear, it would be the exact same thing that I did last week where I would appear for about 3 hours. That's the most I can do. Again, I'm a family man. It's more important to me to be there for my wife.
What does he do for his wife?
To be on a fucking show
like,
for 5 hours.
Honestly, what does he do for her that he needs to be there for her? So frequently. Does he give her medication? Like, is she a cat? An actual cat? Okay.
5 hours and make money. So I'd much rather, you know, I'll appear on the show, but I can't be super extended long show and shit like that. You know, I gotta get out of here at a normal time. I hope people respect that and understand that. Okay.
I don't respect
so anyway,
that,
that's what I have to say about yesterday. That's what I have to say about the possibility of future collab stuff. Hopefully there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and hopefully people enjoyed that, and we'll spread the word. I'm sure the casino guys will be reacting to this and everything, and it's all good. It's all fair game.
Oh my god.
And I gave them full permission to clip that entire react show last night however they want and use it in their own content. Go for it. You know, they were just as much of a part of it as I was, if not more so, because Andy was actually running the call because my fucking couldn't even handle it on my PC. So yeah, it was good stuff. I'm looking forward to more branching out, and I hope, again, the only thing I'm afraid of is that this could all just come to a screeching end when this documentary comes. I hope not. But you never know.
I hope so.
Right?
I hope something happens. At this point, something should happen. He's wanting it. He's wishing it. He's like thirsty for it. He's fantasizing something happening. You know,
Okay.
he's gonna be manifested. He's putting that energy out there.
So that was a lot to talk about. Schedule for this week. Today it's React Day.
Let's vibe check his stream today. How is the guy? How's he doing?
I've now tried the Pro Pad, the Nintendo Pro Pad.
Oh wow.
The Hori gamepad, and last week when I played this, I tried it on this Wii Joy-Cons. Switch Joy-Cons.
Okay.
They all suck.
What's he gonna try now?
Every single one of them sucks.
What's gonna be the big thing?
You can't even push 2 directions at once. If you want to run and duck, you have to run, release, run, and then press duck.
That's how a D-pad works, by the way. Like, you can't hold 2 directions with a D-pad. Is he stupid? That's not how a D-pad works.
In Mario 1, which is not how you play Mario 1, by the way. So this isn't
like,
good.
Literally, when you're moving down on an NES D-pad, you're letting go.
There's just no solution without spending like $50, $60. there's no solution. Last stream, when we looked into it, that's stupid. I don't need 2. And then
This dude buys two controllers, by the way. He has 2 PS5 controllers, 2 Xbox controllers. I mean, now he has more because he bought more, and those are like $80 a pap. But paying $60 for 2 NES controllers, that is too much money, and that's stupid. You could use the other one as a backup, dum-dum. Like, hello?
And then, if you want to get the SNES controller instead, well, guess what? Oh, that doesn't qualify for free shipping. Shipping is $15 to $20, so you end up spending $50+ for the NES controller. I only spent like $40, $30.
This is a
$50 on the
stupid
game,
complaint.
and I'm gonna spend that much on the controller. And
I'm
by the
floored.
way,
Look how much he's not willing to spend for Nintendo, but he was able to buy 3 copies of Street Fighter 6 and like 2 fight sticks. He bought 2 fight sticks, which are triple digits, by the way. He bought the first Hori fight stick for Street Fighter 5. Then he bought the Quanba, the Cadillac. But $60 is like insane for 2 controllers. You want to know why he's upset? Is because he knows it would be $30 if it was single, and that's what he wanted to pay for. This dude got like thousands of dollars, and he's crying about $60. What would DSP call that?
keep in mind the Switch is about to be outdated, right? They're gonna get another Switch coming out. I don't want to be spending a ton of money.
What
on a
if
controller I'll
the
only use
controllers
for this
are
one
backwards
game, right?
compatible?
So sadly,
What if the
looks
controllers
like
work with a new
donating
one?
It
Whatever.
was fake, and it looks like I'm just kind of
Wait,
stuck
what?
on a controller I'll only use for this one game, right? So sadly, looks like no one's donating one. It was fake.
Did someone say someone was donating it? I don't remember telling us that someone donated it. Now it's saying it's fake. I thought you expect that sometimes. Don't you? Whatever.
And it looks like
You see, but the reason why he said that is so that someone else in his fucking dumbass chat would be like, someone lied to Phil? We gotta fix this.
I'm just kind of stuck. I'm not gonna spend money on one. So
Victim
it is what
mode.
it is.
It is what it is, baby. The king has spoken.
You know, it is.
As
it is
he's
what it
in
is.
his
Life-
phone. Why is he on your phone? Why are you on your phone? Why are you on your phone? Why are you looking at your new phone? Why don't you lift your phone up?
Deal with it. Out of all the controllers I've used, I guess technically this one was slightly better. So I'm just gonna keep going with.
Oh my god, dude! You can go back to the clip, and he was like,
It's terrible. This is the worst thing.
"I'm gonna go to." Okay, so that's on. Well,
With it,
hold
I
up.
guess. What about 8-bit dough? That's exactly what I was talking about. That's the controller that a fan wanted to donate. The good ones are anywhere from $40 to
Oh my
$50,
God.
sometimes $60.
Then why don't you buy it? Why doesn't he buy it? This dude is like got donated a fucking camera and a fucking PC, and he's like, I can't afford this, dude. Dumb fuck, you got like thousands of dollars like in a week, stupid, and you're like you can't throw $50. Why can't you invest in your business? And this dude was like, well, it shouldn't matter if I bought the PC or not, because, like, who cares? I'm buying something for the business. Yet, when you can buy something for the business, and I can't buy it, man. Then stop bitching. This dude just bitches, man. He whines.
They're wireless, but again,
Constantly
I'm not gonna drop more
whining.
than the cost of the game on a gamepad, you know. It's
Yeah,
not-
you're using it on multiple games. Like, think about it. You'd use it for multiple games, not just one game,
it's not worth it.
stupid.
It's a waste of money.
You're a waste of money. So other people need to waste their money for him to that's the other kicker. This is a one-time thing he's doing. He's never touching the game again after this. And he's like, buy me an expensive controller, guys. And then it's like, dude, hello?
Someone says I bought 8 controllers from 8-bit dough. They all suck ass. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, the batteries. Like,
All
I
right,
used
so
to use it
anyway,
as like a.
This is the new.
I had one like do like shortcuts for my for Clip Studio Paint, and it kept dying on me. So it's like I don't want to use this.
So it's gonna be a fun time. It's always a fun time.
Always a fun time.
So it's the first big new release in a while. But
you know,
thing. So I basically said I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
what I'm saying. Wait, what?
Not bad enough. If I do an interview with this guy, everyone's gonna
Oh boy.
know over the years when that's all you hear. about him at all. Well, matter of factly, the only thing I know about this guy is supposedly he really crapped on me over the.
This dude in the last podcast said, I don't know who this guy, he's just a stranger to me. Apparently people said he was talking shit about me, and now he's like, oh my god, imagine if you did a crime with this guy, and then you're like saying to your posse, guys, we gotta get our story straight. This guy would sink you so fast. You would be in jail before you could even blink.
Over the years, he really just like was another person to dump on me and say negative things about me in his content. And that's really the only way I knew him. Okay, so
But he's a stranger.
you know, over the years, when that's all you hear, you pay no attention to any of it. Or I don't. I phase out all my detractors, all the people who say negative things about me. I don't want to hear about it. I just want to focus on my own stuff.
Yeah, you do. It's
So now
sure.
that I've appeared on Kino Casino, those guys have told me about this guy and said, listen, he has actually always wanted to like interview you publicly or have a conversation with you publicly. That's why a couple years ago when I was interested, I was telling the internet, hey, I want to do an interview. He stepped forward and was one of the people who offered to interview me. And at that point, I was like, I would consider it. And
So
then literally, I went on YouTube-
so he knew that, but then said, I don't know why he wants to talk to me. Oh man. Wait. Oh man, I hope, since like Medicare had like a medical reason to like not do it, at least for now, I hope he's like, yeah, I said no, and this and that, because it would be a complete performance. Because of course he's gonna say that now, because what Medicare can't, do the interview anymore. You know what I mean?
the first clip I found of him, I said, let me click on this one. I click on it to hear him, and he's saying the N-word in it over and over, and I'm like, that's just what I mean. Like,
But it's
like,
just a clip,
my reputation's
though.
not bad enough.
Like, dude, it's just a clip of him, and this dude says, "Oh,
We'll take it out of context, man.
why are you taking it out of context then?"
If I do an interview with this guy, everyone's gonna say, so Phil did an interview with the worst guy on the internet
But
who says all this.
Philip, you could just say it's your opinion, bro. Like say his views do not reflect mine, like you did with the Rich documentary. Why can't you say that? Why is it because you only said it because it was a paper thin defense against any mild criticism you may have?
There's all these horrible things. So I basically said I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But
You
now,
didn't say that, by the way.
some things have changed. I talked to Kino Casino. These guys are basically telling me Medicare, yes, has been very critical of me over the years, but at the same time has respect for me in many ways. He actually went after the Sons of Kojima back in the day and exposed them
Oh
for
my
who they
god,
were.
dude, this
He
is
was
so
one of the people who
lame.
met-
They just like, I mean, it's not like it wasn't a challenge for people to be against the SOK. There were people who were against the SOK while they were a thing. Like, it was just, it was like the final nail in the coffin of what happened, and more and more people stood up and shit. Like, shit happens.
massively covered the false escort story that was completely fabricated.
Oh,
by
he
nut
refused to
jobs
give him
over
credit
in,
for that, but now
Eastern
he's
Europe or something crazy like
Isn't
that.
that funny? When that happened, he refused to give Medicare any credit for it, and now he's giving credit.
So basically, he has positively covered me as well, or at least tried to do things to expose my trolls at times. And apparently, he's doing very poorly. He's sick with cancer, and that's why he actually doesn't even make consistent content anymore, because a lot of the times he's injured, he's in pain. And they asked me, the Kino Casino guys asked me, would I do a stream with him?
It's so dirty. It's so dirty that this dude is this dude always virtue signals and says all this shit. So when him saying this, it just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, because I don't want to sound mean about it, but it just gives you a bad feeling. You know what I mean? It's like the Rich daughter incident. He only cared about Rich's daughter just so that Rich could leave him alone. And that's what it kind of feels like. It feels like he's only just using Medicare's cancer to make himself look like a decent person. But it's sure, he's probably not giddy about someone getting cancer. I mean, who would be giddy about that? But it's I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a little bit unfair. I don't know how to describe it.
He said, I don't see why not? As long as it's in an environment that's kind of a neutral environment. And what I mean by that is, like, if he and I did it directly with each other, I don't know how well it would go over. But if you're doing it like on a third-party show, like Kino Casino, where I'm friendly with them, he's friendly with them.
This
it
is
kinda
what
makes more
Lolcow Live
sense.
is,
You know,
by
you got
the
like a
way.
mediator in between.
Like, this
the two
is
to help
literally
communicate
Lolcow Live. Like, come on, think about
this
it.
together. Because in truth, I have absolutely no idea at all why he wants to talk to me. I have no clue.
Okay.
I don't know this guy, okay, at all. So,
Except that he shat on you and shat on some detractors.
You know,
okay.
I said, you know what? With all
You
the
know
things
what?
considered, all this crazy stuff going on, yeah, I would consider it. So after we did the co-op commentary on Review Tech the other day, basically I talked a little bit after the stream went offline with those guys, and they were like, one of the things you absolutely should consider is having a talk with Medicare, because, you know, right now he's not doing good, and it
Oh
would
my
be
god,
amazing.
dude.
The internet
So,
would
like, he's really just doing it as, like, a get a, like, what's that thing called? Like, is it get a wish? Like, that kind of thing. And it's like, you know, I kind of would, like, it would have just been better for him to say, like, well, I've been thinking about it, and sure, I do, or whatever, but he keeps bringing up, like, his well-being. And it's like, sure, cancer is not, like, a fun thing to have, but it just feels very disingenuous coming from Phil. Like, DSP's, I can't take DSP seriously. He's saying all this stuff, I'm just like, you're just saying this. You're just saying this just to sound a certain way.
would love it. He would love it. Everyone would love this. And I said, listen, I'm open-minded. In fact, I was never against this kind of stuff in the past. It's just that everyone looked at me in such a negative light.
You kept saying
that it
no
didn't
in the
make
past,
sense.
though.
Now,
but whatever.
things are changing. Sure, I would consider it. So I saw that yesterday Andy had actually tweeted Medicare on Twitter about
Why
it.
didn't DSP tweet it?
And a whole bunch of people chimed in. Oh, yeah.
I just love that Andy did the work to get Medicare to talk to DSP, not DSP. DSP did after Andy. Andy had to shoot the shot, and then DSP chimed in. He needed someone to be by his side.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
To talk to
So
Medicare.
I liked it and retweeted it. And basically, like, the whole, like half day had passed, and there was no response. And I'm like, I don't know if he didn't see it. I don't know if maybe he thinks it's a bad idea. So I decided I was going to, of my own accord, do a tweet at Medicare and just say, hey, to be honest, I don't really know who you are. All I've heard about you is that you kind of like made fun of me over the
You
years.
didn't say this. I don't
But
think
I've
you
also
did.
heard that you really want to like meet me and talk with me.
But
Whether it's publicly or maybe if you just want to do it privately in DMs or whatever, I'm down for it. All right,
man,
I'm
that
here.
sounds cool.
Hit me up. Let me know what you want.
Privately. I wonder why I
So I
want to
did
do
that
private.
last night, right before I went to sleep. Okay, and I woke up this morning, and there was no response to it. But then, as I'm searching,
Oh
through
my
tweets
god,
and things,
dude, are you
someone sent me a tweet, and it actually was from Medicare this morning. And Medicare had posted up and said,
whatever?
so FYI, I heard that like Andy Worski is trying to do almost like a Make-A-Wish stream with me and DSP.
Oh wow, he
because I've always
even
wanted to
said
do
what
that,
I
and
said.
I appreciate that, but right now I'm really sick. I have some bones that I broke. Like, he's really in massive pain
Oh
on
my
meds and
god.
everything. He's like, it's gonna be a while before I feel like I'm gonna be able to stream anything. So I appreciate it, but maybe somewhere down the line. All right. So
Oh my god.
basically, I
dude,
tweeted
this
back
is
at him, and I just
crazy.
said, man, dude, whenever you're ready, I'll be here. And that's where we left it, and that's where we're gonna leave it for now. I'm assuming.
Oh my god, I bet he's happy.
Until he
He's
feels
happy
better.
about that.
So again, I don't know
Oh
the guy.
god, you don't do it
I
today.
can't say
You
a
could do-
word about him besides all I know is public stuff. Like, he hated me at one point. I have no clue why he wants to meet with me, but I have a much more open mind about it now. I'm willing to do it. So I wish him the best. I hope he gets better. I hope he gets
Again,
better.
notice he only got the fucking balls to do this after he found 2 new friends. Like, he couldn't do it on his own. And he couldn't do it when Medicare was interested in it. And he didn't even want to talk to him. But now he's able to talk to him. Okay.
I'm totally down for it. It just doesn't sound like it's going to be anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. What can you do? That's
What
life,
can you
right?
do?
Stuff happens. You got to deal with it. Sucks. But, you know.
You know.
Anyway, so there you go. That's the situation with that. And I hope that explains where we are at with that. So when you ask me, well, what's the next thing you're going to do at Kino Casino? I literally have no idea. Like, I think this was going to probably try to be the next thing. Obviously, this is off the table now. The third chair on their show. I mean, that's not what it's about. Okay.
He wanted to be a guest star in Side Scrollers, by the
then,
way.
Again,
I love we went from I want to be a regular ghost for Side Scrollers to I don't want to be a regular guest on Kino Casino, man. I don't know.
reason that this has blown up
Says a
so
lot.
positively in the
Think
last
about
2
that.
weeks is because it's fresh. It's I want to be
Okay.
here. I got lights.
This
What
is
guys
literally
know,
just a script.
the way I see it, right, is
It's special.
I really think that after my documentary comes out, there's gonna be people who are gonna want to interview me, and that would be a more appropriate time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're getting the fucking interview fetish 2.0. This dude is developing a brand new fetish live. The interview fetish. This dude now wants to be interviewed again. Again! And we went from people are gonna hate me and they're gonna like destroy me to I could be interviewed again. And this is that. Like, dude, fucking shut up.
Time to appear again. Especially after I've had a chance to react to my own documentary because I know what's in it and everything to respond.
Are you watching all of it though, or just
So
the
maybe
beginning?
that'll be the next
You know
thing.
what? You know what would be great? He watches only the parts he wants, the Street Fighter parts, and then everyone just interviews them about WWE champions. That would be hilarious to me. Like, so what about this? The evidence about WWE champions? Yeah, this and that, and they just keep poking and prodding, and they just because this dude did not understand the lineup thing like at all. People tried and died when they explained it, and he still doesn't get it. Like, he needs like a presentation, like a child, to understand why his phone number being authorized by that or whatever the fuck is like important. He didn't understand that.
I know because someone just said in chat, well, they've expressed a desire to like hang out with you and play games and stuff. You're right, like they said that. Can we do game stream? Here's the thing.
And
Andy-
you know what? This is another funny thing. This dude went from go do this and then got married to the idea of an interview. Because look at this. Someone said you could play games with him, and he's already finding a way not to do it. Why? You play games, stupid. Why do you play games with Andy? Why does the next thing have to be an interview? See, this dude is just using them. And that's like the other risk of doing anything to the guy. Because they're doing it saying, oh, we're gonna glaze them up and we're gonna use them for our entertainment. But at the same time, this guy's using them and trying to orchestrate them to do what he wants. And all of a sudden framing it as, well, if you do what I want, you get what you want. And it's like, sure, but isn't that kind of bad behavior?
Andy plays Tekken 8. As you guys know, I played Tekken 8 for
Look at
like
this.
a month.
He needs to be good at Tekken 8 to fight Andy. He needs to be good at Tekken 8 to fight Andy. This dude is such a tryhard. Like, I'll fight anyone in Guilty Gear. I don't care, like, what level you're in. I just tell people, look, I just have a hard time, like, holding back, so I'll try my best to, like, not, do whatever, but it is what it is. You'll get what you get. I try to play other characters, whatever. But this dude just doesn't even want to just fuck around. He needs to be a tryhard, even in friendlies. This dude is so lame.
A month. And I actually got pretty good at it. I got through all the ranks all the way up to like
this dude is talking as like Andy is like an FGC player. How does he know that Andy is so good at Tekken 8? You do realize someone could play a game for like 50 years and they can still suck at it, right? Like, I played Guilty Gear since Season 1 of Strive. That doesn't mean I'm a fucking good player. I'm still not Celestial, dude. Doesn't mean I'm a great player at the game. It just probably means I'm proficient at it. But, people can still suck at games.
purple with Yoshimitsu. I probably could have gotten higher ranked with King and Paul and June if I played more with them. But I really focused in on Yoshimitsu when I played, right? But then I completely dropped it. I haven't played it since like early February because I went back to Street Fighter 6 and that's been my focus. Could I play Tekken 8 against Andy? Yes. Would I really care or get much fun out of it? Probably not. Because I guarantee
Why?
you, number one, probably
This dude
doesn't play it at the level that I was playing it at. You know what I mean? Like, when I
Oh
was
my
little, I
god, and
remember
then we get a mini flex. Not that Andy will beat his ass. It's that he'll beat his ass because he plays at a higher level as Andy. This guy is not an egomaniac, by the way. He's definitely real and normal. Holy shit, dude. And this dude yells at people for having like a high opinion of themselves. But you just said that, oh, he'll be able to beat Andy in Tekken 8.
Go back, I save files of each game I play over the year, and I probably watch some of my own videos with Paul, King, Yoshimitsu, just learn the basics back, just to get, get the rust off, and I'd probably be able to jump right back into it without too much difficulty. But
if Andy is, like, not that level, why would you do that?
How can I say?
This dude is stupid.
I'm not saying I'm hot shit.
That's what you're saying, though.
I'm not. But I know that I am on a higher level.
Oh my god.
And Andy sounds to me like the casual player. He likes the game.
Oh my god, dude.
He's not some tournament player. He's not bragging about how good he is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
This is unreal. I was ready to clock out. He found another thing to just get under my skin about. And I'm not a Tekken 8 player. But this dude is sitting there like, well, he's a casual. And to get the rust off, I would have to watch videos. Why? Then don't watch the videos to get the rust off. Fight him rusty. Like, what is this? What is this segment? And how come it's always this? This is always the go-to. I don't want to fight Craig at Street Fighter 6 because, like, I played a higher level, man. Like, fucking shut up. This dude is acting as if, like, if he loses them in these fighting games, he's gonna be embarrassed. And it's like, dude, it's a video game. They're laughing at you anyway.
What the viability or what the entertainment factor would be to play these guys in fighting games.
I thought it'd be the chemistry.
Whatever. I just don't get it. Right? I get it for them. They're like, oh, play us. It'll be fun. I don't think it's going to be fun.
Why don't you try?
I don't think it's going to be fun at all. Right?
Then I think it's gonna be... So if it's not going to be fun, see, then why did he play with Brian? Whatever. Okay.
Be a spanking that's like one-sided and be like, damn.
Wow.
And the funny part about that is you'd be like, well, why don't you let them win a few times? I mean, what's the fun in that?
Oh my god. Then like,
what's the fun in that?
God, then you left and claps, dude. Just find a cliff. Find a cliff now. Like, come on.
There's no fun in that. You just have to play and play
this
your
dude
best.
Is such a bitch.
That's how I am in fighting games. Other games I don't care, but in fighting games, like I have that mentality. No, if you're gonna play a fighting game, you're just gonna play good. You're gonna play well.
And then like he cries about casuals, dude. Just shut up. Shut up. Like, dude, playing Street Fighter 6, it's like a monkey paw. Because on one hand, I did like watching him play a fighting game and a modern one because I like the rage and all this other shit that was going on. But now it's like he is such a mega tryhard, and this is what we're getting. Dude, this is like so obnoxious
at all times. There's no time that you will handicap yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you must play.
You must play. No, I don't. Shut up. Stop telling me what I must do.
But I think you see the point I'm making. Like,
I don't
see
the
funny,
point.
right? It's funny to joke about it, but when we actually get to do it, let's say if we did it, I don't think it would be funny at all.
Then why don't you try? Why don't we do a variety stream?
Round 1, fight. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow,
oh,
he's
shit.
acting.
Round 2,
dude.
Boom.
This dude is acting like he's gonna get like quadruple perfects. Like he's doesn't get nothing but perfects. Dude, like I mash and Tekken 8 all the time, and I still get wins. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Boom. Boom. Round 3, fight. Oh, look, he's doing the combo throw. Oh my god, 80% life.
Wow, he's so cool.
Wow.
He's so cool.
So now we're gonna do this again?
Wow.
There's one match enough.
Then why did he just pick a character he doesn't know? Why did he pick a character he doesn't know he could just mash? But he doesn't understand the fun in that. Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I've been there, done that. Where you have like these dream matches. Oh, this person versus this person, but one person's actually like a really good, like one-sided. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. I just don't see it being very fun.
This dude is so lame. It's so lame. Doesn't even want to try.
Okay, but that was the only other thing.
So he only wants an interview.
We were talking about.
He wants it to be what he wants.
Doing at this point. You know, another thing that we talked about is doing a stream just about games. Like talking about games, the history of games, our favorite video games, how games have changed over time. That is exactly the kind of content I would like to be involved in. I have been a gaming YouTuber for 16
years. Oh my god,
years.
this is like terrifying content.
I have a lot to add. I've seen this change firsthand. I'm not every single day. Right?
I've seen your gaming news segments, Phil. I'm not swayed.
Also, I've been a lifelong gamer. You know, I was around in the 1980s playing Pong.
Okay.
For Joke Society content, and I think I should emphasize that. You know, because I think they were kind of really leaning towards me doing something with Medicare, and that's not possible right now. So I'll leave the ball in their court if they have any ideas of stuff that
They,
they
they
want to
should
do.
they should really
I'm
grandstand
open
on
to the
Tekken 8
possibility. I just
or-
don't know if me,
or whatever. I don't
wiping
know.
the pavement with them in a fighting game is really going to be the most entertaining thing to do.
At
You know
this
what I'm
point,
saying?
they
Like,
should double down on
I
Tekken
just
8.
don't get. I don't
And then
understand how that would
and
be
then
very
they'll win,
fun.
and then he's gonna have to like explain. And then he's gonna go to the Rusty
You know, it is
argument.
what it
I
is.
was Rusty.
Okay. So I have to blow my nose. The symptoms, like no lie, going away, and it's really
I love that he thinks it's more disgusting to see it than to hear it.
pissing me. I've already talked about the cold or anything. As I've said, I didn't think it all congests in my.
All right, we're just okay. He's doing a little dance.
That's that. I think we covered. Okay.
Oh boy, gaming news.
Cool. So
Okay,
gaming news
This will be the finale. If you made it this far, you're a gamer.
for today. A few
true
various,
gamer.
like random topics from the last couple of days to cover. So you guys remember Tango GameWorks, the company that was responsible for Evil
this
Within
news
1 and
story.
2, and then they made
It's-
Ghostwire Tokyo.
It's
And
it's
then-
very funny what happened. I mean, I'm glad that in all this stuff that it worked out for them. I guess. It's like a little iffy because it got bought out by the guys who own PUBG. So it's funny in DSP's realm because DSP hates this company. He always mocks them for how PUBG is a shitty game. So it's very funny in that regard. But I've also heard people say like this company just kind of doesn't treat the devs that well. Like they said like, oh, the devs wanted Callisto Protocol to be out in 6 years, but then this company said no, get it out in 3 years. And it's like, oh, okay.
And then recently they made
that's what I
Hi-Fi
heard.
Rush, which was very critically acclaimed and well received. And then in an unprecedented,
All right,
they
we heard
basically
this.
got bought out. A company called Crafton Inc., which is apparently the company responsible for PUBG. Oh boy, because PUBG's been very pertinent recently, right?
Right?
Has bought
Correct.
Tango GameWorks. And so apparently Tango GameWorks is back, and it's looking like perhaps those people who lost all their jobs are getting their jobs back, and they're going to continue to make games. So obviously that's a good story, but I'm going to be honest, it makes me nervous that it was the makers of PUBG that bought them. PUBG is not a pertinent game anymore, nor has it really done anything in the last like 6 years, right? Like the last thing I can remember PUBG making waves doing
What if they?
is when they ported to Xbox
Whatever.
One.
But like, what if they just want to
And it was
like do
put
their
the
own
tools
thing,
poorly,
man?
It had lag and shit, and I was like, they never know what they're
Okay.
doing now and start to do different stuff rather than just PUBG, which I think is a good thing.
So that's a
just
good
have that-
thing.
Tango GameWorks is in the hands of a competent company. I hope they don't get, screwed up and changed now for the worse because this company bought them.
Anything can
Also,
happen. I
it'd be
mean,
great if the
like,
tail was
you
in their
know,
favor.
they weren't making anything now, so I mean, this is better than them doing nothing.
Silly Jasper. Okay.
Whatever. Silly
news
Jasper.
story.
Time to throw you off the
2
chair.
new Halloween video games are in the
Oh,
works.
boy.
Yes,
Oh.
Halloween. You know that slasher killer franchise starring Michael Myers? Well,
Yeah, the thing that had a trilogy recently as he looks terrified at Jasper's ass.
they're making video games out of it now. Okay? One of these games is going to be made in Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
Scenes from the movies as Michael Myers or as the survivor. It's Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she could do it. She's obviously an active actress. I mean, she just starred in the bombed
Oh
film
my god.
Borderlands. So this would probably be a better use of her time.
Oh, Kate
and by the
Blanchett. You know
way,
anything about her?
supposedly,
TSP?
they got John Carpenter involved. Okay?
Okay.
So that, I feel, is very good.
Good.
By
Fine.
the
Fine.
way, Jasper,
Guys, we're finally getting a positive news segment. Can you believe it? This is like hell is frozen over.
Jane says hello. He says, it's good to see you.
Oh wow.
The Yakuza franchise is
Oh god. Oh god. Because I saw the tweets about this where it's like, oh, they want to do their own thing. So I know where this is
made
going.
into a TV show on Prime Video, and it's going to premiere later this year, I think in November, right? However, I have some bad news for everybody.
Now, I'm gonna have a hot take on this one. A hot take on this, fam. I can understand why people may have some red flags about them not playing the games and all this stuff. I get that. And I do think that they should play the games to at least understand, but I don't think that they should make a one-to-one recreation. Like, if it's its own thing, that's fine. But I think they should at least understand, like, the character and, like, the point of Yakuza, that kind of stuff. So I have some faith in this adaptation, but it can go either way. Like anything. Again, like I know people are gonna like roll their eyes about The Boys, but to a degree, even if you just ignore the latest seasons and just focus on the first 2 seasons, it didn't follow the comics, and it didn't follow it for the better, for the most part. That's the one thing I heard about season 1. It's like, oh, this is based on the comics, but it doesn't follow the comics, and it's way better because of that. So, like, there's been instances where that has happened. So I wouldn't necessarily write this off. I'm more like curious as to what this is gonna be by the time it's out, because I don't think it's gonna be like, the Last of Us TV show.
Everybody, are you ready for this? Because I know you're not gonna like this news. Are you ready? Because we're all
So
fans
that's a
of the
hot
series,
take.
right? We're fans of Yakuza Like a Dragon.
He didn't play Yakuza 1, by the way,
cast of the
or
TV
2.
show
I know he played 3.
recently
Revealed.
Hold on.
Oh my god, Jasper, fucking yeah, get him out of there.
Yeah.
Throw him off.
The
Throw him-
fans or
throw
the
him
cast
down.
of the TV show, all right, recently revealed
Get the fuck down, Jasper.
that they have never played a single Yakuza video game. They have not seen any of the gameplay, nor understood any of the plot lines whatsoever.
But but the problem with this, oh god, this face. The issue with this, I will say, is if you care about DSP reviewing your piece of media, this is terrible news for you, because now that this has happened, that's gonna be the review.
So I watched episode 1, and it's so rough, man. Kiryu Kazuma, instead of like him wearing a white jacket, they gave him a gold jacket. Huh? And it was so off. And then like Kiryu decides to pick up guns and do gun tricks. This is not Yakuza at all. They should have called it something else.
Like, that's all his criticisms are gonna be. Is just, this isn't Yakuza. This should have been called something else. So that's his review. It's gonna be he might give a double score for the lulz.
Can you believe it? And when asked why, they said Amazon, the producers of the TV show, actually asked them not to, specifically, because they felt they want to make their own version of the Yakuza storyline, and therefore they don't want the show to be
So,
influenced
yeah.
by the games.
Okay.
They don't want the TV show named Yakuza with the same characters from the games, based in the same location as the games,
But you know what?
and only existing because
The thing is, like, what would it be? Let's say that they did play the games. Like, would this be an adaptation? Like, would they just recreate Yakuza 1 in this live action? Because, as I said, like, it depends on what the product's gonna be. Because if it's gonna be an original story, then sure, you don't need to play the games if it's an original story. But if they're just gonna, like, retell stories, it's like, then begs the question, do you just want to see the same plot beats that you've seen already, or do you want to see something new? And I think as an entertainment industry, they may favor giving you something new than just like, oh, we'll give you the same thing again. It again, like, you can look at it on different levels. I'm a little bit more open now to see what it's gonna do without being tied to the games that much. It's mostly just like the only reason why I'd want these things to like follow the games is just understand the energy, like, get that right. I don't care if the story is different or anything like that, but just get like the mood right. And that could be the case. Who knows?
because it's using the games as source material, they don't want the people to know about the games. They want to do their own version. Oh,
So it's just
no.
more nonsense. It is what it is. I mean,
Oh,
I feel like the adaptation
you know what
discussion has
this
changed
is?
slightly over
This
the years.
is the Halo TV show all over again. Guess how many seasons the Halo TV show lasted? 2. Guess how many episodes the Halo TV show should have lasted? 1, because it
Oh my
fucking
God.
sucked. It was
What
terrible.
if it's good?
It bastardized
What
the source
you know?
material
Would be
to the point
really
where no one
funny.
liked it,
Years down the
and
line, we're gonna look back on that Halo TV show. And we're gonna say it's actually really good, guys. Actually, the Halo TV series is actually good.
show fell off and no one wants to watch it and it's canceled. Why would you?
I mean, it's
literally
Paramount. It's on Paramount. What
copy
do you think is gonna happen?
the failure of that just happened? You know what I'm saying? This literally just happened. You have now an example of a TV show that wanted to
What
differ
if they
from the
did it
source
wrong?
material, and it failed miserably. So then why would you say, hey, guess what? Let's double down on that idea. It's
But you're
just the
not
same
the
as
same
all the
people,
game
though.
companies going for games as a service,
Whatever.
live service,
Okay.
all at the same time, only for all of them to implode and fail, and they had to cancel half the projects that were in process, or like Suicide Squad, they had to change them from live service games to non-live service games to even get them to be, sellable.
Yeah, because that's what Suicide
So,
Squad needed,
And
right?
that's yeah, Bookworm made a great point in the chat. He goes, why even make an adaptation of this franchise when you have a built-in audience and then immediately dismiss the audience and say, we're starting over? You're right.
But I think it's going to tell a
even-
different story
here's
with
the
these
thing, why
characters.
even call it Yakuza?
It's about
Why
the
use the characters
Yakuza.
from Yakuza? Why call it Yakuza? Just make your own show then. Do an original show. Don't pay for the rights to the IP and then not make the IP. It's just like common sense.
It would
but I
also
swear
be
to God,
very
these people with
silly.
money-
Like Amazon says this, but what if the game developer wants that too? It's like, oh, that's cool, that's
Are
fine.
fucking morons. They would
It's really
rather
funny if
finance
the
it.
actual
We can make it
developer
our
of the
own
games
now. We can do
actually
whatever we
like
want.
it.
But no one will like it, stupid. No one will like it if you change it too far.
People
from
like the
game.
Fallout TV series. That was
You
nothing like the
fucking
games.
Incredible jackass.
Same with
dunce.
The
How do you
Last of
not know
Us.
this yet, right?
To a degree. Whatever.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty upset because at first I was excited for the show. I love the Yakuza games, but if the show is not in the spirit of the games, doesn't follow the plots, doesn't even, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, he's already committed to
Tell you
hating
it's not.
it.
It's gonna last one season where everyone will be like, "Ooh, what's that?" and gawk at it, and then season 2 will start and no one will watch and they'll be canceled again, just like fucking Halo, right? So
So what? I mean, again, it's better to try than try nothing. Whatever.
perhaps something changes about this, but I'm sad. I don't think it is. I don't think the show's gonna do too well, guys. Just being honest, okay?
Okay.
One final thing that I want to cover.
All
because,
right.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No way. No way.
I haven't been recording this whole time. Since I came back from blowing my nose, I haven't been recording.
Oh my god. I hate this guy.
Forgot to resume the stream for the stream later, and I will upload that as a separate clip on the channel. Okay?
Oh,
Cool?
okay.
Sorry about that. I made a big goof. Okay.
So are we gonna get the final
Cool.
news story?
All right.
How about the final
Lastly,
news
and
story?
this is a
Okay.
story that I'm
Okay.
confused about.
Oh
because
boy.
It seems like everyone on social media.
By the way, he mocked Rich in the little documentary for not getting the news right or whatever the fuck. And look what we're doing now. I don't know what the news is. I don't understand it. Maybe understand it before you fucking report it.
arguing about it. So as you guys know, earlier this year, okay, Helldivers 2 was a
Oh,
breakout
boy.
star of a game,
Uh,
both
I-
on
I've
PC,
only slightly seen
on
some of
PS5.
this,
They had a
I
giant
don't-
player base,
and I didn't
Everyone was
care
playing
because I
this
don't
thing
play the
co-op,
game.
enjoying it.
What a shocker.
New content was being added and all of that.
DSP literally
I
doesn't
played
play
it a
this
little
game
late,
forever,
but I
so
played it
like,
for about a month.
I don't know why he
on and
cares.
off, right?
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care.
And so after about a month of playing,
Okay.
okay,
All
I kinda
right.
got bored. And the reason
got
I kind
bored.
of got bored is because there wasn't really much new to do. It was the same, combat loop of killing the bugs or killing the robots,
Uh-huh.
different kinds of plans.
What
different
is the
kinds of,
news story,
styles of
Phil?
gameplay and stuff like that.
Oh my
And I had
god.
unlocked most of the good weapons of the game. I had like the best airdrops, a big laser rifle, all
All
the good stuff.
right.
It was just like there's really nothing
Okay.
else.
Nothing else to do.
going
The
on,
game sucks,
so
right?
I just lost
Okay.
interest in it. I said to you guys, I would go back to it if maybe they added new content or something like that. I would consider it, right? So time's passed, and I'll be honest, I haven't really had a desire to go back. No one's really asked for it either.
People did ask for it, and then
So I
he
don't
just
know
kept
what's going on
saying
with
no
Helldivers or
because there's nothing
right?
new.
And
So
So-
shut up.
all that going on, all of a sudden, I start seeing these negative trends on social media about the game now. So this morning I said, I'll click on one and just see what people are talking about.
Oh boy.
So I read one post.
I
Listen
just
to
remember
this.
I
I'm
just
gonna
remember people
read it.
got like really mad because there was something political about it, and it's like whatever.
Word for word. This is right off of X.
Twitter,
The
you mean.
fall
I
of
call it X.
Helldivers 2 needs to be taught in game dev conferences for decades to come.
Oh,
It
is
is
this?
truly astounding
Oh,
how a company
God.
turned their Game of the Year contender into a
I think I
desolate
know who
wasteland in just
made
6
this
months.
tweet, and I don't like this
That first
person,
month
by
was
the
truly
way.
magical, and we're never getting it back. And that, FYI, that tweet has over 15,000 likes.
Who's it from? Say who? Say his
over
name.
1,500
Why did it say his
retweets,
name?
and over 1,000 comments.
I think it's like
So
Grums.
people must be
and I
agreeing
I don't
with
like
that
Grums.
sentiment. You know what I'm saying?
Just let me say that.
But then on the flip side, I start reading some responses, and I see responses like this: desolate wasteland, but it has 35,000 players currently right now, and that's just on Steam, not accounting for PlayStation. And someone else responded: a reminder, this entire line of thinking is completely unhinged. Helldivers 2 is still around the 30th most played game on Steam.
It is if there's still people playing it. Honestly, because how is it a fall if people still play? Like, this is the other thing, and this is gonna like I don't know, but people were telling me every time I was playing Skullgirls, Theo, it's a dead game, and it's like, it's not fucking Street Fighter, guys. It's a fucking indie fighting game. Like what? Like how big do you think are people gonna play it? And I remember every time there was some controversy with that fucking game. Oh, the game's dead. Game's dead now. And the player base would not really change. Like maybe it would go up a little bit to see the changes or whatever happened. Then it would go back down to like 200, 300 players, which is like, it's been averaging like hundreds, not like thousands. You know, so it's like, yeah, I never said it's a lively game, but it's not like 0 players. So I just think it's kind of like meaningless for people to just go through and say, wow, the game's dead, and like the player base has more than like 5 people. Like, I don't have to go to a Discord and organize people to play Skullgirls with. Like, I've seen people say that about like Guilty Gear Overture, for example. Like, you have to go and set up games and get people to play with you. Meanwhile, like Skullgirls, you just boot it up and just find matches. Like, you know, I get the I think what Grums, if it was Grums, I should say, what I think they might be getting at is the fact that like when it came out, Sony fucked with it, and that kind of like made it not that profitable, and it made them like rechange their business decision for it. But I just think it's like the way Grums thinks of things is kind of like not my wavelength.
The only games that hold on to these kind of player numbers are esports monsters like Counter-Strike and Dota 2. Right? So, for me, I don't even understand where the discussion's coming from, because I haven't played it. But it's funny, I will say this. When, months ago, when you guys were asking me to play the game,
Oh my god.
and it was good reason, because, everyone was playing this thing at the time. Like, it was hot. It was the big, focused game that had all the attention on it, right? It did. It really was.
Okay.
Everyone was saying Helldivers 2, the best game so far this year. Absolutely, you need to play it. You're missing out if you don't play it. And I was like, nah, I don't know if it's going to work for my kind of content and stuff like that. And I played it, and it did work for a while, admittedly. But then after a month of playing it, I just didn't really care anymore. Right?
Okay, good for
So
you.
is that what happened? Is it one of these games where there's a cycle where you like it, but then you kind of see everything and you're bored and you stop playing it, and then that's what happened to the player base?
Oh my god, that's
That's
like
what I'm
any
like,
game though. This is the other like lame shit about this discussion about fucking Helldivers 2 is that any game will start off big, and then over time you're just gonna see more dedicated fans play it and the casual just leave. Like that always happens. It's gonna happen to Street Fighter 6 in a few years. Like it's just bound to happen. You think people who bought the game year 1 are still playing Street Fighter 6?
Pal World for me. Pal World was a really cool experiment in January, and we played it and we liked it for like 2-3 weeks, and after like that I was like, I don't want to play it again. We kind of seen it, it's not a big deal, right? So maybe that's what it is. But I've also heard that a lot of people are upset with the way that they update the game. Okay, so I'm just gonna read some comments right out of chat. Ready?
Oh boy.
Here we go. These are some comments right out of chat.
Real chat. This is news, by the way. This is
Helldivers
news.
is great, but they nerfed one of the
This is literally news. He read a thing, didn't understand it, and now he's just reading other people's opinions.
best weapons.
Oh, it nerfed a weapon. Oh, okay.
Excuse me. They're taking the fun out of the game with all these balance patches.
Oh my god, have these people never played a fighting game before? Or any game that's multiplayer
Let's
based?
see. They tried to
Guys.
insert politics and ban free speech,
Oh,
not just
god.
slurs in the game, and people had issues with that.
Oh man.
Helldivers 2 was always
Okay.
trash to begin with.
Alright. I don't know much
Let's
about
see.
what they were
The issue is
banning.
they're listening to D2
Oh, whatever.
devs, D2. I don't know what that is. On
What
how to
is
nerf
that?
and buff weapons. They make the game not fun to play. My friends and I still play it. There are plenty of people still playing it for what I've seen. They nerf some things and make bad decisions, but it is still popular. And the 7-star
Dude, that's
Samurais
like-
tagged me
dude,
and said,
dude, like,
people are pissed about the
whatever.
latest update. They nerfed one of the best weapons and didn't add much to the game besides a few new enemy variations and a new difficulty level.
You know what's funny? That's what DSP wanted, though. He wanted enemy variations. And they gave it to him, and that's not good enough anymore.
So, are you telling me? I haven't played the game now for many months. I think I was playing it like April, May. Are you telling me there's still not a third enemy race? It's still just the robots and the bugs? That's it? If that
They just said they added enemy variety, and it's like, there's no other race? Oh my god, dude. And then, but you play Street Fighter, and it's just the same people, just normal dudes in Blanca.
that's the case, then I get it. Like, that's just boring. There's not enough going on in the game. Just fighting the same two enemy types over and over, I'd be bored too. So it makes sense that they would lose their player base. But again,
What?
in regards to a game like this, they probably weren't expecting this level of success. They weren't expecting that this many people would put eyes on their game. They're like,
Alright.
whoa, let's do as much as we... I don't know. I don't work for the company. I'm not trying to defend them or anything. But for me...
Oh yeah, don't defend
yeah,
them.
I played it for the
The
month.
worst
I
thing
liked
you
it
can
a
do
lot. By
is
the end of the
defend
month,
an
I was
indie
like, "Man,
dev,
I've seen
right?
everything. I'm bored. I'll go back when there's new stuff." And you guys have literally never said a word to me about going back because there's no new stuff. 343 Industries didn't think that the latest piecemeal new updates that too many people cared.
Okay, I don't care about Halo Infinite.
Queen of Hearts says they did just put out an update, but it does seem lackluster. It just
Man,
seems more like a game
imagine these
developed-
people play Guilty Gear. Guys, they nerfed biking again. Oh my god. Oh, now you can't Roman cancel after a Dragon Punch, guys. Her parry not only got gutted, it doesn't do as much damage as it did year one, but now you can't Roman cancel. So now it's like, what's the point? What's the point of getting up in the morning?
for variety matches with your buddies. Right. And you know what?
Right.
That can only work for a certain amount of time. Those games aren't going to usually hold ongoing retention of gamers. If anything, it's the exception to the rule when that happens. Like Fortnite, what were the chances that Fortnite was going to do what it did, right? Fortnite wasn't even designed to be Battle Royale. It wasn't. It was supposed to be tower defense. Such
All right.
viral popularity because of that, right?
Right?
It's crazy to think, right? So yeah, anyway, sad. I don't know. I don't know what really happened with Helldivers. You know, like I said, I'm not in the loop. Let's do the shout out segment, and if you contribute now, I will give
Okay, I don't give a fuck about the shout out segment. But let's do a vibe check.
until I actually have to do this one for the world.
Alright, we're doing Labyrinth Champion. Oh well, guys. Oh well. What a great video. This was a 3-hour video. We're back in the swing of things. We're back doing wild lengths. One video will be 2 hours, one video will be 4 hours, one video will be 10 hours. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something.
Damn.
And always remember,
This guy's a bitch.
talking about DSP, and then, you know,
Ack in the stream chat.
ack,
Who's
ack,
laughing?
ack. Who's
I'm
laughing?
not laughing.
I'm laughing. Alright, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Time to skedaddle on out of here.